What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Parlay Madness, episode number 39. I feel like we're approaching that half-decade mark. We got to do something special for episode 40. We got to do something special for episode 50. But right now, we don't give a F about that. I didn't swear at the start of the intro. I almost did this time. You know, I got a habit of that. I feel like I don't swear much, but every time we do an intro, I swear. Maybe I'm just hyped up. And I'm definitely hyped up for this card because this is a bleeping good card. We got Dustin Poirer taking on Max bleeping Holloway for the BMF title. When the BMF title came out, I was like, okay, fair enough. When they had like two or more fights for the BMF title, I was like, this is a bit cringy. Like, what the hell is going on? But mate, I don't give a F. If Max Holloway and Dustin Poirer fight in a parking lot, word to my man Dan from Half the Battle, I'm going to watch them. You know what I'm saying? So this is a great fight, boys. And the card is solid as well. I know a few people not really enjoying the card and saying it's not that high level. I'm just not one of those type of people, you know. I just don't really see that perspective because I feel like there's a bunch of bangers on this card. I feel like loads of fights are going to end inside the distance. My brother Kevin Holland is fighting on the card. Brother from another mother. I'm sure you guessed that. He's fighting on the card, so I'm always going to be tuning in. The last time Kevin Holland fought, I had a max bet on him. This time Kevin Holland's fighting. I've got another max bet on the card. So, I mean, we're ready to go, boys. We're locked in. I got my 2 waters. I got my 1 coffee. And I got my 3 smoothies. So, I'm ready to fucking go, boys. JB, how are you feeling about this card, my brother?
I'm feeling like we're going to get some mother... Oh, I almost did it, too. We got like 3 more minutes. I feel like we're going to get some pack this week. But right now, I got the chitty chitty bang bang. And I mixed with the Kennedy and Juku heel hook. What was that, bro? Walter Walker gets to the rear body lock. He goes Imanari roll like to the 50-50. And then he just cranks it on it like Soldier Boy. I would not want that dude grabbing my leg, bro. You saw Kennedy. He was like...
Yeah, he freaked out.
I'm good, bro. So, yeah, let's light it up, guys. Hopefully, y'all at home lighting it up. We appreciate you waiting, and we about to make y'all some mother effing bread.
Yeah, we're getting better at this game, you know. Only 40 episodes in. We're getting a little bit more media trained, boys. My man, Zar, I think you've been grinding all day, 1 morning walk, and that's it. Like, how you feeling, my bro?
Good, bro. I'm grinding because I'm hyped for this card. I want to be ready for the pod. Coming off... Dude, it feels like the first tough week in a while. I had fucking 500 on or a money line. It was like plus 580. I had 1,000 on Wonder Boy plus 380. Just brutal. I just want one of those. Give me one of those. But yeah, I'm ready for this card. You know, you have a losing week. A lot of people feel bad for themselves and stop grinding. But I'm back in the lab, ready for this week.
Yeah. I'm the same, bro. I've been even more motivated after an L, you know. I took a 2.8 unit L, which is fine, you know, because we've been doing well on the year, but it's still annoying. I had Wonder Boy. I felt like he won the fight. I feel like he got robbed. You know, I don't always use the word robbery. I do feel like he won the fight, so I would call it a robbery because I don't think there's an argument for bomb theme in 2 and 3, so that's why I call it a robbery.
That was elder abuse. That's what I call it. They robbed our uncle. They robbed our uncle blind.
The nicest motherfucker. But now we got the baddest motherfucker. And I did swear, but sorry. But yeah. They robbed the NMF. How are you going to rob Stephen Thompson? That's like the last person you're going to rob.
Nashville, bro? That's fucked.
It's like robbing an old lady. You know what I mean? Like if you're going to rob someone, rob a gang member, rob a drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? Like that's who you need to be robbing. Don't go robbing old ladies or old men like Stephen Thompson. So that was tough, man. But you know how the judges do. I had Nate Landwehr. I felt like that was a good bet. Big plus money. Unfortunately, didn't hit. Mike Davis via submission. You know what I'm saying? Like these ones are a bit. Taliesin KO 1-2. I know I got flamed for my opinion on that fight. Whatever way you look at it, it's horrible variance that it had to happen in that way, right? Like even if if you don't agree. So it was a tough one, but hey, we're back here. And yeah, I saw one comment on my previous video and someone was like, I'm surprised you're back here after last week.
What?
Did you see that? I'm like,
we've been here 10 years, boy.
I've been doing it for 7 years. I legit laugh. Like, because I usually don't like laugh, but I actually laughed at that. I was like, what? Should I just quit? Because I got a couple of picks wrong, like you're surprised I didn't quit my channel. Like, it's funny, man. But anyway, we got a bunch of man in the chat. So shout out to everyone. Aaron, my guy. Let's fucking go. JB, my goat of all goats. Both JBs, all love from USA. Love to my people in the USA, as always. Eric Rendon, we're smoking on that Holloway pack. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. We got some wild stuff going on.
Jamal.
I even got the gays on his parlay. See, we don't discriminate out here. You know what I'm saying? We got gays, we got lesbians, we got. Let me just stop talking because I'm about to get us like cut off air. You know me, boys. What else? What everyone's at? How long is it gonna take? We got the impatient motherfuckers. I'm sorry, brother. We're here right now. Is it supposed to start at 6 p.m.? Well, 6 p.m. somewhere, brother. Dixon Cider that's Cody Safdich now. It was Paul Shaughnessy. Now it's Cody Safdich. But yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in the community. I got a lot of love for everyone, even the haters. My man Dan from Half the Battle. I've never really noticed he got the mustache. Was that for UFC Noche? I feel like it may have been.
Yeah, that was for his UFC Noche card. Yes,
and he's just kept it up. Say no more, bro. I like it.
Or something like that.
Yeah. So there's a lot I could go through in the chat. But most importantly, let's get this MF money. So I'll bring up the screen right now. Zah, you want me to take the screen off or are you good to just switch?
No, we're good.
All right. We're rolling. Oh, I just realized this isn't the Parlay Madness setup. Can I set it up? Let me see.
Oh, yeah, it's black.
Bro, I had such a funny conversation with Clint on Twitter before, bro. Like, he posted a bet, so I commented pack. And he had no clue what pack was. So, like,
really?
We had a whole back and forth to, like, DM him. And I'm like, yeah, it's basically, like, telling him. And he's like, dude, thank you so much because I have no idea.
Clint, bruv, what, you saying you don't watch the legendary Parlay Madness? That makes me sad.
That's what I was thinking.
I came on your show this week. I watch your show. I'm always support a brother's show.
He might be busy. People have their schedule.
He's a busy guy. He's a busy guy. He's busy making a case for Marvin Vettori KO. So we're gonna get to that one. Carly Judice versus Nicole Caliari. Yeah, so the intro's been long, so I guess I'll try and shorten it by going short on this fight. And I feel like Caliari is going to come up short because she's quite short, and her range is short. And Carly Judice is just a much better striker, and she's going to be able to keep it on the feet. I feel like Caliari doesn't have great takedowns in general. So if she isn't getting the fight to the ground, I don't really see a path to victory for her. She's not a bad fighter. I feel like she can win more UFC fights, but she's tiny. She swings in the pocket pretty heavy, and her combinations are not that bad. I've seen her go body, head consistently. But I mean, anytime I see someone go body, head with a textbook combination, I'm like, oh, wow, they know how to strike, kind of. They've learned it. By the end of the day, there's not much else other than that. You know what I mean? Like, I can't just say she's a decent striker based on one or two combinations I've seen where she hits the liver and then she goes up top. But, I do feel like it could be successful against some lower level strikers. But against Carly Judice, I mean, this girl was a bit of a marauder, man. She took Karakate close. She took Fernandez close. There's an argument she could have won at least one of those fights. I feel like it would have been fair to give her one of those fights. I feel like the Fernandez fight she lost because she was getting stung with the bigger shots, and the physicality for Fernandez won it. But man, she showed me that she had a very good skill set in both losses. She showed me she had a good skill set in her wins. And she finished in girls as well, which is kind of unusual for women's MMA. Now, obviously, the girls she's finishing are not the highest level of fighters, word to do, Ben. But at the end of the day, it's still what you like to see, when these fighters are treating their opponents like the level they are with first round finishes like she has. So yeah, I feel like Judice is the much better striker and she's going to be able to keep the fight on the feet. And that's really all it comes down to. There's a bit of an unknown in the grappling. I don't think Caliari is the best grappler in the world anyway, by the way. Like, yes, okay, she's got some credentials. She's got a couple of submissions. I don't see like this amazing grappling skill set from her. And I haven't seen anything from Judice to tell me that she's going to put her head in a guillotine or something stupid. It could happen. Women's MMA, she's still learning. She's still a bit raw, but I feel like she's improving rapidly. She's training with Rose Namajunas now, which is a great training partner if you're trying to get better at specifically grappling, because Rose is very well versed in the grappling, used grappling to beat Weili Zhang and the best fighters in MMA history, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, etc. So, yeah, I feel like in this fight, Carly Judice is going to come out on top. Jewish better?
Yeah, like Judice, obviously the better striker. I think Caliari is going to be able to compete somewhat early, though. I think, she's going to try and take down Judice. I do like Judice. She has like a tall woman's defense. With the takedown defense, she uses the cage very well, but we haven't really seen her in extended grappling situations. So that's like the one thing that would worry me. And Caliari has some jiu-jitsu. Like if Judice tries to drops her, tries to re-exchange, she's got to be careful in the guard of Caliari, but that's the only worry I got with Judice here. I think in rounds 2 and 3, I think Caliari won't be able to keep that pace. She probably starts to slow down. I'll say Judice wins a decision, but I don't hate the late finish like numbers, man. So yeah, that's how I'd look to play it. Maybe if you're on the Caliari side, I look for the sub. She finds a meme sub, big numbers. But if I'm on the Judice side, I'm looking 2-3. I don't know if I want to get cute parlaying the money line at this price.
Yeah, late finishes could be good. Karikate throws some volume, but I don't think she has the power of Judice or even the skill set to land the shots. Judice sits down on her hooks, man, and her hooks are very long and rangy as well. So I could see Caliari actually as well. The second part of that is Caliari, I feel like she gets a bit tired, and she is going to get tired in this fight because she's going to sell out to grapple. If she doesn't sell out to grapple, she's going to be very uncomfortable on the feet. I don't see a world in which she's not trying to grapple consistently. It just tires you out more, especially when you're getting punched in the head and kneed in the gut. I think the clinch knees will be big here as well. Zah, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I think Judice, she could be the truth soon, bro. She's 26, getting better every fight. And yeah, she had lost to Carrie Kate on the Contender Series. So I guess maybe people are comparing that, but I think she's clearly the better fighter. And she's one of those chicks. She wants a finish. Like you've said, James, when you bet a finish prop, you say oh, they're gonna try for that. So I feel do they have the KO in the 400s? I took some of that. I don't think Caliari has to I don't think Judice has to catch her with one big shot, one big head kick, in the Dubin fight. I feel she's not going to be able to grapple her. It's still an unknown, Ju said. But it does seem like she's pretty hard to grapple. She doesn't seem like a bum. In the Fernandez fight, she showed some decent stuff. But I think Caliari is just going to be eating a ton of shots for 15 minutes, and there's a chance she goes down. Obviously, decision's way more likely, but that's chalk and KOs +4. It was in the 400s, so I don't think you can go wrong with that.
Yeah, that's insane difference. I mean, I guess I lean decision. Caliari seems very tough. She's pretty gritty. She's got an OnlyFans, right? So a lot of times when these chicks with OnlyFans, you think they're a little bit soft, Yeah. She's got fake. I think she's got fake boobs.
She's got filler in her face, you can tell.
Yeah, she's definitely got fake lips.
Yeah.
So she's been finished before, too. I know it was about piece by sub, but it's not out of the realm.
Yeah. Usually you would think that these girls are quitters, maybe they're just OnlyFans chicks. To be honest, she seems like a tough bitch. I'm not going to lie. She seems very tough. She's gritty. She's going to push to the end. But at the end of the day, man, minus money versus +400 is crazy. And, the way you say Carly Judice could be the truth, that reminds me of when we did our breakdown on Cole. And, he's +400, right? And then I remember the opening line that you said in your breakdown. You was like, am I tripping or is Cole, really good?
Yeah.
And it was crazy to say that at a +400 line. And it kind of reminds me of how you say with Judice. Obviously, Judice is -400 or whatnot, So it's not a hot take. But yeah, I kind of agree with you, just as I did with the Cole one. I think that she could be somewhat of the truth. But yeah, let's pump the brakes a bit. At the end of the day, she is
4-2.
She is 4-2, and she does seem to be lacking in some of the in some of the grappling component, but we just don't know. But I know she's like more of I know she's a striker. Like she ain't gonna be going out there submitting chicks. Like we know that, right? But she's raw in the submission. But I don't think she's gonna get beat by this girl, to be honest, man. So yeah, that's it. I guess we can write down Judice KO. Judice fight doesn't go if you want to capture some of that submission upside from Caliari. But I think the price from the doesn't go and the KO is massive difference.
Yeah, the doesn't go was not great.
Yeah, I would lean to the KO, man, because I'd like to just fade. Caliari ain't KO in this girl, right? I know that for a fact. And I don't think Caliari is going to get submitted. But Ju did mention the submission potential angle.
I wasn't hinting at that, but now that you say it, like kind of.
Yeah.
If I just think like round 2, 3 for Judice. If you want to get cute, you just play the KO on top of that. In case she gets her like Dubin in round 1, just boom, head kick over.
Yeah, it's just
I don't hate the late finish props because I feel like it'll be attritional. Like Cagliari's like, I think it's gonna be like a skill difference type thing. She's gonna be eating shots.
But Judice throwing volume too. She's
she's a scrapper, bro.
Yeah, they kind of both are, but they're just on completely different levels, in my opinion.
Yeah. Like I could see her just schooling her, bro. Like honestly, like she'll eat a couple shots, but that's just what her style's like.
Exactly, like Peyton Talbot.
Yeah. All right, we good?
Yeah, we good.
All right. Holy shit,
bro! Like, I've watched a lot of breakdown shows this week because I've been traveling. So I watched them on the airplane and stuff like that. And I don't know why no one's giving Jackson Mcvey a chance in this fight. I mean, at the end of the day, Bruno Ferreira is minus fucking 700, boys. Like, let's be real. I mean, how can you not make a case for a plus 500? We don't know about Jackson Mcvey. I've never seen anything bad from him, really. I watched all of his fights? I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure I watched like all of his 5 fights. You know what I mean, or whatever, however many he has. You're just finishing everyone instantly. It's like he might just finish this dude. Why not? I have never seen anything like. Look, let's be real. Gut feeling from me watching the sport for 10 years, like I feel like he's a bit of a maybe like I don't think his skill set is that deep, right? He looks more like a Zach Reese type of fighter to me, where he's not this amazing finisher like Hamzat round 1, right? He doesn't look like that. When I saw Hamzat on the regional scene, I'm like, okay, even though it was all round 1s and round 2s, I'm like, no, he's the truth, right? And I laid minus 300 against the Welsh Mike Tyson. I think that's his name. John Phillips, the absolute legend of the game. But at the end of the day, bro, like, boys, am I tripping? Like, can you not make a case? Can you tell me why I shouldn't make a case for plus 500 Jackson Mcvey? Bro, like, I really want to know.
I was on this show last week making a case for fucking 42-year-old Lauren Murphy, bro. Like, I'll never hate on a dog shot, but I'm pissed. You got me excited, but I haven't taped this one, so I'm gonna do that right after the show.
Yeah, it's worth it. Like, I'm not saying he's gonna win. I'm not gonna break the fight down stylistically. It's boring. At the end of the day, Bruno Ferreira's got more power. He's shorter. Like, he probably land his shot. But Jackson Mcvey's southpaw, long, massive, rangy. He's listed at 6'4", but the guy towers over most of his opponents. So I don't know if they're all small or he's actually a little bit bigger, or maybe because he's a southpaw, he kind of just looks bigger because a lot of those southpaws are rangy and he puts his hands out. Good high kick. Could he just not kick Ferreira in the head and knock him out? Could he not jump on a dash choke and just be like, he's a meme. Jackson Mcvey looks like a meme. Memes are memes for a reason. Why can't he get a meme finish? Bruno Ferreira already been meme finished. He's already been in out of Bruno. Isn't Bruno Ferreira every single fight of his career has been a meme anyway, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Like Gregory Rodriguez was a meme bonk, and I bet on him in that fight. So, I'm admitting it was like kind of like a lucky shot, Anyway, I don't know. Do I need to calm down here?
I mean, I think Bruno wins, but the line is atrocious, bro. And like I see people parlaying Bruno this week. It's kind of crazy. Like I don't know enough about Mcvey. So like in those situations, maybe I just take the dog shot. I do think he has some tricky submissions. I think that Darce choke is super live, James. I think they're going to grapple. I like the judo of Bruno Ferreira. You know, he's got those nasty foot trips. He could drop you on your head if you're not careful. And Jackson Mcvey, man, he had to cut weight 2 times. I think that's something that has to be mentioned. This is short notice for him. So, yeah, I think a lot of grappling is going to be happening in this fight. I don't hate a shot on the Mcvey sub. And if I'm going to be doing that, like, I'm probably going to have to go with the money line too. So I'll think about it. That's the only side I would play. My prediction, though, is Bruno probably, you know, is the better fighter. He could out-grapple him on the ground, maybe even get a sub of his own. But if I think there's going to be some type of grappling, then McVey's got to be live. And he's got like 3 or 4 subs on the record. I think the ends by sub is like plus 160. McVey sub plus 1100. I think he's live for the Darce.
Yeah, that's a good angle. You take that angle quite often, right? Where you're like, okay, ends by sub is plus 150, and then this guy by sub is plus 15.
It just depends on the situation, right? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Why is Bruno sub plus 215 and McVey, there's no like exposure of him being a bad grappler? Like, yeah. I think he's pretty, like, I don't know. I just don't know. He's got some tricky subs on his record. So I think that Darce is super live here. That's all I'll say. Because I think Bruno could wind up in there.
Yeah, I was going to bet him against Dumas, you know, and then the line went from minus 110 to minus 150 in front of my fucking face, and I was so upset. And then the fight got cancelled, and I was like, I'm so happy because I couldn't lay the minus 150 because I just don't know about him. But you're giving me plus 400. What if the guy's the truth? What if he just finishes Bruno in round 1 and then, all right, I don't think that's going to be the case. Like, I'd be very surprised, but I wouldn't be surprised if he finishes Bruno in round 1 at all. Wow. Like, he could be terrible, or he could be, you know, okay and finish Bruno. Like, you don't have to be that good to finish Bruno, in my opinion. Stoltzfus was going to finish him, in my humble opinion.
Bro, I had him. I had Stoltzfus, bro.
Oh, yeah, bro. He was going to – I had Bruno KO round 1. That was, like, so lucky. I was so lucky, bro. Yeah. I mean, that's, you know, if I'm going to play Bruno, it's going to be that type of bet, you know, unless he's a big underdog. He got sparked by Ruzaboev as well. Don't forget that one. Like, I don't think his chin's the best of all time. He was getting wobbled a bit in some of his other fights. Like, who did he fight? Who did he armbar? I always get him mixed up with Petrosian. It was Petrosian. Yeah. I don't know why I always get him mixed up with Abus Magomedov, because they actually did fight. That's probably why I get it.
Abus subbed him. He also, so he's been subbed before in the UFC.
That was crazy.
I think Abus is solid though, but it's still.
Bro, he gassed out badly in that fight. And you know what's so bad is that Abus is like maybe the worst gasser in the division. Like, he's one of the worst, right?
Yeah.
And he finished him late. You know, he outlasted him. He put it on him. Abus Magomedov, the cardio machine. Like, come on, bruv. Plus $1 million for Jackson Mcvey. I understand the most likely path is that he's not ready for the UFC. This is too much of a step up in competition. The level of competition taking a step down from Gregory Rodriguez and even Abus Magomedov and Armen Petrosian and taking on Jackson Mcvey as a UFC debut. I understand the path is like he's just going to knock him out in round 1, but I'm willing to take a flyer. Watch Jackson Mcvey in round 1. Because they're going to give me 1,000 for that or some shit.
Yep, 1,000.
What's submission in round 1?
Your cloud bet's got 1,200.
Yeah, me and Cloud Bet need to have a word, to be honest.
Yeah, you need to take up that offer and help him out. All right.
Speaking my language here on a round 1 sub, plus 2200.
22. Oh my goodness, that's on Bovada too. They got some decent limits.
What's round 1 KO?
22.
Yeah, okay.
Split.
I'm feeling it.
Respect.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling something like that, boys. But anyway, yeah, boys in the chat. This is not a lock. This is a obvious fade against a minus 700 in MMA. Word to Eduardo Mora. Rest in peace, Aiden. Rest in peace, Czar's bet on Edward. Lauren Murphy. That was such a good bet, bro. That was so annoying.
I had a full unit on her money line, bro. Fuck. That would have been like 6 units.
That was such a good bet, but you know, that's the way the crumbles. I might take a shot on Mcvey, boys. We've said enough. I wouldn't I don't know what's good for parlays here. Maybe you guys have a better idea than me, but I can't.
haven't even taped this one. Jew?
I don't have like a great leg that I would put in like a parlay. Mcvey sub.
Ends ITD? Anyone? 1400?
Yeah.
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 Another banger.
It's
like 250. No. The under
no,
one.
that's
That'll be way more, not 250.
900.
Yeah.
I don't know, dog.
Nah, bro. Don't do that to yourself, my brother.
I wouldn't even take the 1.5.
What if someone just top times and I wouldn't take the 1.5 either. 250. Well, that's getting the over range.
Did Abus and Ferreira go over 2.5?
They went to round 3.
Round 3, bro. The cardio machine, a boost. Round 3 finish.
But did it go over 2.5?
Oh, I think you said 1.5. Let's see.
Yeah. I guess it doesn't matter too much. But like if Abus and Bruno Ferreira go over 2.5, anybody can go over 2.
It did, I think. You know, on Topology, it's like it says 3 minutes, 14 seconds. That's into the round. So yeah.
So it went over. So that was minus 900 as well, I would assume. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, we can never be doing minus 900s. I know 2024 was the year of the minus 900s cash in, right? I know that. But 2025, everything has corrected itself. You ain't getting no free legs on Oban Elliott at minus 700 anymore. You're not getting no Omar C's cash in a split decision like you was in 2024. You are getting Eduardo Mora's, but it's few and far between. This year is the year of the underdog, and we're fucking back, boys. So no minus one.
Nashville felt like 2023, bro. That was fuck.
Yeah.
I did get lucky on Lewis, but that was like lucky as fuck. But other than that was 2023. Minus 600s getting the split decision. So fucked.
Ugly. But we back. We back in the pay-per-view. So I reckon we're gonna cash some big ones. Ryan Spann versus Lucas Brzeski. Oh man. I mean, this is obvious fight to break down, right? Like Ryan Spann will kill him in round 1, or it goes to a split decision like he did against Sam Alvey and Anthony Smith. Or maybe Brzeski can finish him in round 3. Ryan Spann is heavyweight now. Ryan Spann's like big enough to be a heavyweight, but I think he's not taking his career seriously at heavyweight. I think he's a bit of a fat blob at heavyweight. I think he's just like, I don't cut weight anymore. Is what it is. I gas out and get finished by Waldo. Like, I just don't really think Ryan Spann is a heavyweight. I think he can be. I think mentally it's not good for him. It's like when Kevin Holland has to cut to 170. Mentally, it's good for him. And obviously physically and stuff as well, right? But there's some fighters where they cut weight, it's mentally good for them. This is a common knowledge for our MMA, right? It's like if you have to cut weight, you feel more dialed in. A lot of fighters speak about that. I feel like Spann is one of those guys. Like if he has to keep in check in camp, he's a little bit more dialed in. Just seems like a little bit overweight at heavyweight, man. And it's not going to be good for him in a fight against someone who's going to throw a lot of volume and who's kind of a survivor. With all that being said, Ryan Spann round 1. That's how I see the fight playing out. I think Ryan Spann is going to finish Brzeski. I can't see this dude, right, finishing all of these good, decent level fighters, knocking them out, submitting them. I can't watch that career, even if it was at 205. I can't watch him do all of that and say he won't be able to do it against Brzeski. I just can't do it. But if he doesn't do it in round 1, he's probably going to gas out and maybe lose, even though I still think he can win a decision because he's done it before against fighters of this level. Word to Sam Alvey. Word to Melee and minus 400 and Tyrone Spong, the squarest bet of the century. And Sam Alvey knocked him out in Karate Combat. I can't believe I put $4,000 on that. Cloud bet, let me get it down. That was absolutely sickening and disgusting. Bro. We make square bets too, but I mean, I just don't really, I don't see Spann not landing something huge, whether it's in the grappling or the striking in round 1. If Brzeski can survive, then it'll be good. But how do you see the fight playing out, Jude?
Yeah, I mean, dude, like I think Ryan Spann's gonna probably finish him in the first 2 rounds. I don't think I'd lay the chalk just because he kind of looks like out of shape at heavyweight, like you said. Hard to trust. Gasses out pretty bad himself, and It's not like Brzeski's the worst striker in the world, and he beat the GOAT, Walter Walker. He's the only guy that didn't get heel hooked by him. So, yeah, I know. Like, honestly, though, you're getting finished by Mick Park, and he got put out by Kennedy. I don't know. I'd probably pass on the money line, but maybe I'll look at the round 1 sub and round 2 sub for Spann. Round 1, round 2, round 1, 2 sub. Because I think his guillotine's pretty filthy, and I could see Lucas just not wanting the smoke on the feet. Brzeski, shoots, or Ryan tries to grapple him and then gets guillotine.
Yeah. Czar?
Yeah, I'm not going to go too deep in this one. I think, I wanted something better on round 1 Spann. It's like in the mid ones. That's pretty mid. And then, Brzeski KO, like, I mean, I know it's crazy, but plus 350 is not bad. Like, I feel like that's closer to 25%. Like, if his money line is, in the ones, how is his KO plus 350? Like, this is Ryan Spann. And, like, I don't know. It could be a decision, but, dude, we saw, like, I know Waldo's a way different, like, fighter, but after, like, a few minutes, like, he was fucked against, like, Waldo. Like, I could see Brzeski catching him, and like it's just the end of Spann, but
the difference is like Waldo's so much better with the head movement, bro.
Yeah.
He's in and out. Like Spann just couldn't find him, so he's just starting to get overwhelmed. Brzeski doesn't move his head at all, bro.
It isn't just a gas tank thing. Like he probably like I'm fucked. He started like swinging weird shit. So yeah, I could see that not happening here, but I don't know. I think you go Spann early and you go Brzeski KO. I don't think you can go wrong. I just want to shout out. I saw my boy Sully or Killer Pigs Club. What's up, bro?
What's Brzeski decision, bro? I know it's kind of crazy, but
I mean, he doesn't really have that much power.
He's not a power striker at all, bro. He's a volume.
1,200
plus 1,200.
Yes.
What?
I think. Yeah, I think I would take a play on that.
Yeah, 1,200.
What for? What?
Brzeski decision.
Brzeski decision.
It sounds crazy. Yeah.
No, you're joking.
Yeah, am I crazy, or are you just saying?
Wait,
like, I think it's a good bet.
That could be, bro.
Wait, that's massive. What?
I'm glad I said something.
Decision.
Wait, I see plus 900, plus 1,200. Yeah,
1,200, 1,275. Where is this? My bookie, of course it is. All right.
What?
Okay.
Why?
Let's see.
That's stupid. What is he like 3-3 to the decision? If he gasses out and this goes over 1.5, didn't you play Spann decision against Smith? And Smith wound up winning the decision.
Yeah.
Smith kind of washed.
8-1. Bro, the last time I reacted like that was when we brought up co-decision at
I know.
I was like,
hey, you got a crazy memory, bro.
Yeah, I remember that one. Oh, I'm gonna remember that for the rest of my life. I'm gonna add Co into my wedding vows and stuff. Like that guy's a legend. I'll never forget that day.
Yeah,
but
is Brzeski a legend? Is he? I think he gets finished, bro.
Be.
But
it could be this weekend.
I feel like that's 10% minimum, and that's the fat edge.
He's plus 180 money line. Like they got it. And then what's the over 1.5?
Bro, why is that so? What? Wait, what's his KO? You said it was plus 350.
Yeah, no,
like,
that's
saying
what
like
no,
it's a guarantee he gets finished in 2-3.
His money line is like they're acting like his money line is like plus 250, 300 with those prices, right? Am I tripping? All right, over 1.5, under 1.5 minus 200. The math is not mathing, bro. Because like even if you put his money line at plus 200, which is like his money line no vig, and then 30% of that, that's 10%, bro. Like, do we really think he finishes 70%? Like, he has no power, bro.
No way, bro. The Waldo fight was basically like 5 seconds away from hitting round 3.
Yeah, that's like
that's Waldo as well. He hits way harder, way more athletic, even more volume.
He went to decision with Sam Alvey, bro.
Yeah, the killer, the karate combat champ. And he went to decision with Valentin. Like, bro, that's stupid. By the way, I think he's getting finished in round 1, but like that's dumb, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I like it. I didn't even scope that because I didn't tape this one because like I already know these guys, and I was gonna look into props like day of the fight, but holy shit, 1,200.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That's a bet, bro.
Let's just ride it.
But yeah, I don't know what we'll write down for parlays on that one. That's kind of rough for a parlay.
Yeah, I'm just writing down our best. You know, I got
Okay, bet.
That's proper fucked for a parlay because
Yeah.
it's annoying for my betting because I think how I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to play a bit on Brzeski decision, and I think I might play a bit on Spann round one, man.
But these prices, like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's hard. Plus 165. It's like he should finish him though. He should finish.
So if he's minus 200 and you go say 90% finish and then 50% of that round one, like we're at plus 230. So it would have to be like what he finishes his finish, 60% of his finishes in round one. I mean, I guess so. It's Ryan Spann.
Yeah, I would say so for sure, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good. Oh, definitely, maybe more, probably more.
What do you think? Like 2/3? He ain't finishing round one, that's for sure. Or round three. Like that's just out.
I think 7 out of 10 if he finishes it's in round one.
And
I mean, the guy's back badly at heavyweight. Has he ever got a round 2 finish in the UFC? Does it exist?
Maybe
Does it exist?
Devin Clark, I think.
Every single one is round one. That's the thing.
Devin Clark. Yeah, there we go. Devin Clark.
The GOAT.
Devin Clark.
The GOAT.
Wow.
All right.
I'm looking at his career.
1, 2, 3, 4. Devin Clark is it.
In his entire career. So he's got one other finish in round 3, guillotine against the 10-8 Artenis Young at middle-weight in
10 years ago.
Yeah, 2015.
Has Brzeski ever been finished out of round one too? Like
I think all of his finished losses are round 1 KOs.
Yeah. So
like maybe we'll have value on sub because he's never been sub, just got KO'd, but he also could just get deleted by a jab.
It's tough because of what Mick Parkin, who doesn't have much power, did to him. It's tough to just lean on the sub. But, you know, if you want a bigger plus number, I honestly feel like round one is probably decent value, better plus 150. I know we want to see more than that in general. Like we don't like clicking on plus 110 in round one and stuff. But at the end of the day, if it's value, it's value, you know.
If you think it's 70% round one, like that's over 40%. So yeah, maybe I'm tripping because
maybe more
finishing round 3, round 2 would be long shot. So like, yeah,
definitely not round 3. Round 2 maybe in under 1.5 though. I feel like under 1.5 for Spann is probably around 90%.
Yeah,
of it.
Yeah, it would come in like the first couple minutes of round 2. Like,
yeah,
damn, maybe under 7.5. They should have that prop.
Yeah, that would be good.
I'll be on Brzeski decision.
Brzeski decision is love.
Yeah, I'll probably play both of those, to be honest, boys. Like
sprinkle.
Yeah, now that we talked to it, I mean, it's definitely like I just hadn't done the math, and we just did the math live, and it's like, hey, it's not that bad.
Hey, you beat Walter Walker, bro. Walter Walker, by decision, kind of aging well, bro. I know it's like,
and he was never really even close to finishing that, but Walker is not Spann. But he low-key gassed like Spann.
He gassed bad in that fight. So
gassed bad, came in overweight. He kind of was Spann in that fight, you know? He's
no, but Spann ain't getting takedowns in round 3, clutch takedowns.
Who knows? Who knows? It's Brzeski. He don't have good takedown defense.
Yeah, facts.
Speaking of clutch takedowns in round 3, Crute, my boy, can get that here, you know? I'm pretty confident Crute is the side here at chalk, you know, like we don't always make the case for the underdogs, lads. I mean, oftentimes we do, but it's tough for me to see Marcin Prachnio winning. I'd be interested to see if you guys have a different take, but for me, I just see such a clear gap with the power and physicality on the feet, and then the same thing with the grappling. You know, I think it's a big gap. I called it on Clint's show, a Kimura. If you got BetMGM, I'd like to know that. Boys,
plus 500.
No way.
He's already got it pulled up. I'm weak.
JB had that ready. But
Open plus 500 on the dot. Yeah, they're too sharp, bro.
Yeah.
Because they know. They watch. They have whoever they're trusting there, like they probably see like, yo, this dude's literally just sitting there with Modestus on top of him, and he's just like, here's my arm. Here's an arm triangle.
They listen to the show, bro. They trust me. They know. They're not stupid. I would listen to the show if I was a line maker. Yeah, I think he's going to finish him. I guess Kimura. I wouldn't play plus
He could be
500.
ground and pound, bro. Like I think, what's Prachnio's path on like on the feet? Has to keep it standing. I don't think he can. Crute's a good wrestler, bro. He'll shoot for singles and then you sprawl. He'll reshoot. You know, he's heavy on top. You know, he doesn't go for sub over position. He's very good at the way he floats, and I think Marston's just eventually gonna make a mistake, bro. Unless he kicks him in the leg, what's he gonna do? Like he has to, and I don't even think he has like power like that. Marcin's not a big power striker. He had to catch him with like a head kick or something big.
Yeah.
He's gonna be blitzing, and I think on that blitz, Crute's gonna time a takedown. He's gonna look like the favorite here, and he's gonna get it done by stoppage, sub or KO. I think he could do both. Dude, he dropped Bellato. It's like, is he completely outmatched on the feet here either?
Oh, no.
Like,
Could knock him out easy.
You could bonk or ground and pound. I'm staring at that KO plus 400. Holy shit. Not bad.
So his submission, wow. Oh my God. Why is that such a discrepancy in the submission and KO? He could easily KO him.
50-50 in my opinion. Prachnio's been KO. Like, he's known for having a bad chin.
Oh, terrible. But
Bro,
like, if Crute is sharp, he's shooting right off the rip, though, low key. But is he sharp?
I need to check.
Dude, Prachnio could just get ground and pound TKO'd though.
100%. I need to check Bet MMA, but like KOs are, I'm pretty sure KOs are way more likely than submissions in general. You know, they just happen a lot more, right? And on top of that, this is light heavyweight, so KOs probably happen even more than submission than other weight class, right? I'd say like bantamweight submission rate is probably higher than the light heavyweight, but the KO at light heavyweight would be higher than bantamweight. So, you know, you got all of those stats on our side as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm down to I like that KO. Like, I didn't realize it was 400.
Yeah. I definitely, like, I don't know if I would actually play. Oh, I'll probably add a bit, but like, I wouldn't want to miss out on the sub is what I'm saying. So I'd probably play Jimmy inside the distance as well. Because obviously, I mean, I called Kimura on Clint's show. Like, it definitely could be a Kimura, right?
Oh, yeah. I definitely lean sub, but not as much as the book, like the market is. And yeah, I mean, Crute ITD, it's not great, but it's not terrible. Like 130.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Prachnio. I think he has like one decision loss, dude. Let's see.
That would be insane if Crute just like decisions him like that. That would be kind of bad. That would
what does it even look like? He can't top time him. Like he'll just like, if he gets on top of him, it's gonna be over.
Eventually, this guy's gonna make a mistake, bro.
Yeah.
I don't see it, bro.
Yeah, he has 6 losses, UFC, 1 decision. Who was it to? Felipe Lins. Damn, I'm surprised.
No, there's no way, bro. There's no way. I'm confident. Like, I know the line says it's plus 310, so there has to be a path like to decision. Maybe I'm just crazy, but like, if this is like, I'm confident if he's getting top time, unless he just camps half guard the whole time. But even then, like, I just see this guy making a mistake and Crute capitalizing.
Crute is not camping half guard, I feel like.
Yeah, he should finish this guy.
Yeah.
You reckon I should go for the green smoothie, or the watermelon smoothie?
The green all day, because we about to get this green. Oh.
Or beetroot. But I like that though.
I like the beat. You might have to do the beat also, because we about to beat these bookies' ass on Saturday. Let's go.
I can't think of one for watermelon. I'm not like, my mind don't work as fast as Harry Mack. Word to Harry Mack, the best rapper of all time. If you know, you know. Wow. You guys know about Harry Mack, bro?
He's so like the freestyle king, bro.
Crazy freestyles. If you want to smile, go listen to Harry Mack.
Don't mistype that. You mess that up with an S instead of an M. You might see some crazy stuff.
What do you guys think about Crute round 1? Like, I think his finish is like, I think Crute finish is like at least 60%. What do you guys think about just Crute round 1? It's like in the 2s, mid 2s.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Like,
fuck.
Crute KL1? What's Crute KL1?
I mean, Crute, let's see. 1, 2. Okay, all of his wins are round 1 except he Kimura'd Paul Craig in the last.
In round 3, yeah.
He Paul Craig'd him.
He Paul Craig'd him.
No fucking way.
The GOAT.
Yeah. Yeah, wait, round 1 KO. Let's see. 900. Not bad.
Couple watermelons in the chat. I'm already open the green, but don't worry, we got a long show ahead of us. So let's run through this. Show.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure we kind of covered this one, bro.
Yeah.
Can you add the under 1.5? Can you add the under 2.5? And can you add the fight doesn't go? And
we need parlay legs.
For me, yeah.
Yes, sir. It's only minus 190 on the doesn't go.
Yes.
Whoa, I'm hitting that. Let's write down under 2.5, 160. That's solid.
Yeah. Decent, bro.
I mean, if I'm thinking about playing ITD at minus 130, shit.
I think we could be quick on this one, bro.
Yeah, super.
I got Dulatov KO or sub round 1 or 2, bro. What do you think?
Yeah, I like the sub because round 1 sub is plus 1,000, and round 1 KO is going to be like plus 50 or something stupid like that. So yeah, I definitely lean to sub for that reason. I've seen him get subs on the regional scene, and I feel like Fugitt might, if he doesn't shoot into a sub, he might kind of put himself in a position to be subbed. And what I mean by that is he's not shooting, but maybe he's turtling because he's hurt, or something like that. So yeah, I don't mind the round 1 sub. I think Dulatov's probably just going to run through him, bro. I don't really see much path to victory for Fugitt outside of obviously lasting, but I can't really see him last. If you remember, Mike Malott jumped on the submission very quickly, so we've seen him be submitted in the UFC. Dulatov could do something similar. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying that's probably where some of the value lies. But yeah, I like.
How many subs does he have?
I don't know how many, but he's got a few back in the day. I think he's got at least. I think he's got at least
5 subs, 6 KOs.
Couple front chokes too, right?
Definitely one that I've seen.
Guillotine, arm triangle, Darce, RNC. He's got a few.
Yeah, that's
he has 2 guillotines in the amateurs.
Oh,
he's
nice.
Versatile, bro.
Yeah, good call. And did you know also he got submitted by Maximov in a grappling match?
Oh, really?
Guillotine. Yeah, Fugitt.
Oh, Fugitt.
Nice. They grappled, and he got submitted by guillotine.
So a couple of front chokes on either record there, wins and losses.
Yeah, and Fugitt is like live to get cracked and shoot.
I like Dulatov by Darce plus 2,500.
Wow.
What about Gilly?
It's plus 675. They're onto it, bro. They know because he got subbed by guillotine twice.
That's stupid, bro.
Yeah, they guard whatever is the most likely thing.
Damn, the subbed in the 300. That's like, and KO's minus 150. Holy shit.
What about round 1 sub? Is it still 1,000?
Let me see.
Not on bet on that.
No. It got smoked. It's like 500-600. That.
Yeah. Fuck. Okay.
I would like the sub straight up's like 350 and the round 1's like 5 something. That's crazy.
Yeah, he has got late subs. Like I know he's a bit of a gasser. Well, he looks like that, but it's not impossible. He subs him in 2 or 3.
Yeah, I haven't looked into this one, but now I'm gonna look at his grapple and see what's good because I didn't see the difference in the prices of KO or sub. Like it's crazy.
Right now, Dulatov plus 340 sub for me.
Under 1.5 for me. Round 1 Dulatov for me. Por favor.
Sir, let's get it quick on this one.
Yeah, I know it's not the craziest breakdown, but man, didn't you do a full 3-hour podcast with Clint already?
I went hard. I went into specific sequences of Dulatov, on the feet, so that's all long, bro.
What is the under 1.5 here? 185. All right. Here we go.
My GOAT, Atiba Goatier. How can Atiba Goatier lose this fight? You know, boys, I have to own up to something, yeah? I bet on Jose Medina against Atiba Goatier. This is embarrassing for me, and I have to be open. And that's the trouble of being tracked third party. You have to own up to your losses, and you sometimes look like a retard. You know, all these motherfuckers on Twitter that don't track. I see you. I know you guys delete your posts and stuff, you know. After 2 weeks, it's forgotten. When you're tracked, shit's never forgotten, you know. People still telling me bets I did fucking 2 years ago. So, yeah. At the end of the day, man, the reason I bet on that was because I just read that card completely wrong. It was UFC Mexico. It was in elevation. And I basically took a heavy elevation angle on all fights. I went down 10 units on that card, the worst card of the year for me. And I basically bet on every fighter that had a cardio advantage. And I just leaned way more into the gas angle than anything else. So, like, I ignored that Goatier was a great striker and going to knock him out. Just like, but if Medina survives, it's elevation. I tried to get too cute, you know what I mean? And this game will always humble you. And I got humbled there. But in reality, I bet on Goatier in his, and by the way, I'm going to always call him that from now. I bet on Goatier in the Contender Series as an underdog. So I've liked this guy from day one. I just took a stupid elevation angle. But, bro, this guy's an elite striker on the feet. You know, I've heard breakdowns and a lot of people say, oh, he's got such crazy power and stuff like that. They don't mention his elite striking. I'm talking top level middleweight striker, top 5, top 10 striker in middleweight right now. The way he sets traps in the octagon is beautiful. And you know I'm a sucker for a solid fucking striker who sets traps, you know, like that's just me. You know, I'm always going to get hyped on those fighters. Man, the way he hides his left high kick is unreal. The fastness in his switch kick is crazy, you know, and he's so athletic with it as well, the way he gets it up there. Dexterity. I have seen him kill people in 4 seconds in the octagon, you know, and the guy survived who I'm speaking about. I spoke about it on Clint's podcast, so I won't go into it. But yeah, it's not just the power with this guy. It's just, man, the way he times uppercuts is unreal. Like the guy will literally know that you're going to duck your head before you duck your head. That's a Goatier move if I've ever seen one, you know. Very few fighters can do that consistently where they throw the knee or uppercut before you duck your head. It's not many fighters because most fighters are not good enough to consistently bring those reactions out of their opponent. But Goatier has a deep striking background, deep Muay Thai background, and you just see that in his striking, and deep combat Sambo background, where he was basically striking all his opponents in his combat Sambo background. He's not taking anyone down. He's so good at striking, and as we know, in life, there's no dark without light. There's no pro without con. And there's no elite striking without terrible jiu-jitsu, you know? Like a lot of these high-level kickboxers like Alex Pereira and Israel Adesanya, they're lacking in the ground game, right? It's because you spend so long being a good striker, you ain't going to be good at the grappling. This guy's only 23, even though he's about 48 on my books, but apparently he's 23. So he hasn't had a lot of time to develop the grappling. And on top of that, the guy's an elite striker at 23, which means he's just been striking his whole life, right? So I think that obviously Valentin can submit him here. He definitely could, but I can't pick against someone like Goatier because, yes, I made a case for his elite striking, right? Because I haven't heard people give him the props he deserves for how good on the feet he is. So I wanted to say that. But everything else that everyone else is saying is so true. I mean, the guy is literally Mini Ngannou. I call him Minganu. So does Clint. We both come up with the same name for him. The guy has crazy power, insane power. Like, he just shut your lights off with any limb, you know, and we don't see that too often. So my prediction is Goatier in round 1. JB?
Yeah, that's my prediction. I just don't really see a way to play it on the betting angle. Unless you guys could come up with something, because Yeah, what if, Valentin does get him on the ground somehow? I think the only way would be if Atiba, like, re-engages, right? Like, he drops him and falls into his guard and winds up in an arm bar. Or, he's in the clinch and he, decides to engage for too long. But if he just shucks the takedowns off, like, I think Valentin's going to be a sitting duck. It's going to be a bad, bad night for him. I'm predicting a brutal knockout.
What's under 1.5?
150, 155.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Can you put that for me? Can you put Goatier KO round 1, Goatier round 1? We need some legs, isn't it?
It's going to be like a Charles versus Ilya knockout. Worse. He's going to put his lights out.
Oh, it's hard to get worse than that unless it's Ngannou. But hey,
could be head kick.
Ngannou.
Could be a knee.
What's up, Valentin sub?
I saw it was like 850. Like, I'm probably gonna lose some money on that.
What is it?
I think it's 850.
You sure?
Plus
1200.
I mean, DraftKings, yeah, one place got it.
Might be hard to get money on DraftKings. They're pretty.
DraftKings and Betway, yeah. I mean, they're
corny.
Probably $10.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay, bet.
I'll probably lose some money on it just because like the grappling is just so unknown. But
super unknown.
If it's such low output, like he gets knocked out here.
His wrestling's trash too. Like it's not like he's a good wrestler either. And
yeah,
if Goatier just stuffs his takedowns, I don't see him. He'd have to do some weird shit.
No, yeah, like he would have to just like, end up on top of him, and it's pretty lucky. But yeah, I mean, if he doesn't take him down, he's gonna get
his path. That's his
knocked
path.
out bad. Like this dude's so scary, bro. You want a KO, James?
Just KO round 1 and round 1, and fight to end in round 1 and under 1.5 round.
Yeah,
just whatever, innit? Just a bunch of shit like that.
I mean, the round 1 isn't like this is like close to Ryan Spann round 1, and he's minus fucking 600.
Yeah, that's kind of mad. If I predict a knee on the takedown, he's gonna see the takedown before Valentin even knows he's gonna throw it because he's gonna draw it, and he's gonna knee him in the face on a takedown, and he's gonna be unconscious, face planted on the mat. I see it.
I see that shit, bro. Yeah. All right, I got under 1.5. I got round 1. What else? Jew, you want anything?
Valentin sub, but I'm not gonna play it. So we can just move on.
I'm down to write it down. I mean,
go for it. Plus 1200, I'd play if you could get money on it. But
yeah, no, I'll write down 850. But at that point, low-key just go money line, which I kind of don't want to do. But I don't think it's a terrible bet. All right.
Prado, Veretennikov. Man, I don't have a strong take. I just don't think Prado is good at this weight class. I feel like he definitely should be in the weight class below. I mean, Matthews looked like a weight class above him, and Matthew is not a big middleweight, welterweight. Like he's not that big, But he looked way bigger than Prado. So I think that's the most important thing about Prado's journey at welterweight is just the size right now. But yeah, I don't have a strong read. I kind of feel like Veretennikov is the side, just like he's had better performances in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this one. I know Prado's manager, and I'm rooting for him based on that, because obviously I'm rooting for his fighters to win. So I'm not gonna say too much about this one, but I don't have a strong read on it. I feel like Veretennikov is probably the side at plus money, but yeah, I'll just pass overall, man. I'm just gonna pass on the fight. I guess the over if it's not a bad price, but Prado's a bit of a nut.
He's super hittable.
Yeah, he's a bit of a madman as well. Like it's
like 150 for the goes.
Yeah, the thing is, it's going to be sweaty. I do think it goes to a decision, but obviously Prado's a nutter. Like he's going to try his best to cash that doesn't go. It's not type of goes to decision you want to play really. I mean, I had the Michael Chiesa versus Court McGee goes to decision at like the same line. And those guys did their best not to cash it. I know Prado's going to try and cash the doesn't go. I don't think he'll be successful, though. But JB, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I was hoping somebody could convince me on the Veretennikov money line side because, like, I'm kind of feeling like it's a 50-50 fight. Like, my problem with Veretennikov is he's kind of just low volume. I don't think he's landed more than 50 significant strikes in a UFC fight yet. And a lot of his fights have gone the distance. And Prado at least puts out volume, but it's not good volume. You know, he doesn't have good striking. He lunges in with everything. You know, he's young. He's at a good gym. He could be making improvements, but I just haven't seen it yet. And like you said, he's definitely at the wrong weight class. So maybe this kid's just so young and inexperienced. He might need a trip back to the regional scene, and maybe he comes back better. But it's a tough fight for me to predict. Like, I guess I'll say it's a 50-50. I lean Veretennikov. I think he could have some top grappling upside as well. Prado doesn't have the best defensive wrestling, at least on the regional scene. And, like, he's super outsized here. 5-inch reach for Veretennikov. He's fought, you know, similar competition, if not the better competition. And he hasn't been finished yet, so I don't know. It's a tough fight for me to predict. I was hoping somebody could help me with it, but yeah, I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of something. Like, let's just look at Prado. Can we go back to the UFC stats page real quick? Like the picture of them too.
Oh, the picture.
Yeah. Can we zoom in on Prado, like the top portion of him? Look at this guy's noggin, though. Look at this noggin.
I don't think this guy's getting knocked out.
That's why he can't make weight, bro.
Drew Dober.
My man look like the Spanish, or what is he, Argentinian Drew Dober.
Yeah. He was eating some nukes against Zellhuber, like, for 15 minutes straight.
Yeah, bro.
But I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a close decision, but like you guys, I don't have a great read. It's tough. Like, he's the favorite, and so is the over, but he has, you know, no finish. I mean, no decision wins, because it's like all regional wins.
Yeah.
He has a lot of subs on his record.
Yeah, he almost caught a Malarkey, like, in his debut.
With the Gilly. Somebody got to get a Gilly on this card for Dustin Poirier. I could see Veretennikov shooting into one. And this dude's been doing jiu-jitsu for, like, I think he's like a brown belt, Prado.
Okay. Damn, at 23. He's only 23. That's crazy, bro.
I think he trains with Thiago Moises too, if I'm not mistaken. Not Moises. Yeah, Thiago Moises, and then there's the other guy, Alves. Thiago Alves.
That's the other X factor is Prado's age, so we have to factor in
could look way better.
Potential improvement. He's so fucking young, bro.
Yeah, I'm rooting for him, bro. Like, he goes for it. I just think he should not be at 170. Like, not even close. Like you were saying, like, Jake Matthews made him look tiny, and like Jake Matthews is not a big 170.
They looked like two different weight classes, bro. As soon as the fight started, I was like, oh shit, Jake is massive compared to this guy.
Yeah, he got schooled.
Easily. 30-27. It wasn't close.
All right, anything on this one?
No, not me.
Yep.
Yeah, not me, man. Not even over.
Vettori knockout.
I don't have a strong read. Obviously, this is a rematch, so rematches always go different than the first fight. In the first fight, Brendan Allen was throwing bombs at him. You know, he was landing about 4 or 5 straights, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and then it got broken up by all the security guards and all of the entourage and stuff like that. So we didn't get a full read of the fight, but it looked like Brendan Allen was putting the pace on him on the feet. The thing is, if he does that in this fight, there's no entourage to stop it. There's no, security guard to stop it. There's no cameras, nothing like that, right? So maybe he gasses out if he does that again. You know what I mean? He'll have an adrenaline dump. So it's a tough one to read. I honestly feel like Brendan Allen is probably better everywhere in terms of MMA. So, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is really jiu-jitsu and striking, right? I don't think he's the better wrestler, but I think he's a better jiu-jitsu, and I think he's the better striker. It doesn't mean he's the more effective striker, though. I think he's better. Like, his arsenal is way more diverse. I think his clinch game is better. I think he can, he's going to be the one throwing elbows or maybe spinning back fist or head kicks or body kicks. Like Vettori's going to come through, throw a couple of leg kicks and just box and just be a solid guy, which, by the way, could trouble Brendan Allen. I can't trust Brendan Allen to go in a 15-minute fight. Like, if I'm betting on Brendan Allen, I likely want him to be able to win inside the distance fairly confidently because he slows down in fights, he gasses out, he makes poor decisions at times, and he's shown to have a shaky chin at times as well. You know, he got knocked out by Chris Curtis and Sean Strickland. So, yeah, I'm having a hard time read this one, to be honest, guys. I'm going to go with Brendan Allen. I'm going to say that he gets on the back of Vettori at some point and rides out a round or rear naked choke attempt, and then maybe he just outpoints him on the feet for a round or something. But I wouldn't be surprised if like Vettori dropped him or some shit, you know, with like a punch that doesn't even look hard, because Vettori dropped Jack Hermansson. Vettori dropped or hurt Jared Cannonier and Dolidze in his very last two fights. I think Jared Cannonier, Dolidze, and Jack Hermansson all have comparable or better durability than Brendan Allen. And two of those fights were in his recent two fights where he looked very bad. He looked terrible against Cannonier and maybe even worse against Dolidze, which is crazy, even though he didn't take as much punishment. So, but in both of those fights, he had his opponent on skates, you know?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, in my head, Vettori looked, not even in my head, Vettori looked career worse against Jared Cannonier and Dolidze in his last two fights, but he had both of them on skates. Like, he was on skates, both of them, bro. Like, who knows? A few more shots, he might have won the fight. Like, he might have knocked out Dolidze, which is crazy because he looked so bad.
Yeah, Dolidze's durable too. Like, what the? I was freaking out. I was like, oh my bets were looking so good, and he's about to get knocked out. What the fuck?
Yeah, and look, probably it wasn't that close, but like in MMA, if you're actually like wobbly on your feet, then you can get knocked out. Shit, just like if you're at that point, the variance there is so low for you to actually get knocked out. You know, so. Yeah, I mean, it throws a spanner in the works, you know? My man Clint, a plus 1,600 KO might be onto something.
Bro,
you know
I didn't realize it was 1,600, bro.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's fucking huge.
Yeah, that's massive.
No, his brother just died too. Remember when we saw, what's his name?
Damon
Jackson, right? Yeah. He knocked out, what's the guy's name?
Story's brother?
Yeah. Another chinny guy. Chinny grappler.
Hey,
and if you get knocked out by Sean Strickland too, like I can't like count it out.
Yeah, it's a tough.
Well, he kind of just like it would have to be up against the fence. Vettori just kind of, you know, throws a lot of volume, and this guy just kind of crumbles, you know.
I mean,
boys, I think I've been convinced on the KO.
No, like I'm 100% playing it. Like when I saw the videos and meme, I didn't see the fucking price though.
Yeah, neither did I.
What the fuck?
Neither did I. Like when obviously Clint said KO, and that is obviously my reaction to the KO because he put in his video and stuff. So let me address it, right? He put the video of my reaction where I was like, and it is still kind of like that, but it's also 1,600. You know what I mean? So the reason I did that reaction is because Clint came out. I said Marvin Vettori is knocking out Brendan Allen. So you know, it took me back. I was like, oh shit, like what the fuck? Like, that's a wild take. You know what I mean? But it still is a wild take. But plus 1,600 is a wild number. So for a KO at middleweight, he just rocked his last two opponents. But anyway, I definitely don't have a strong take on who wins the fight. I think Brendan Allen will win the fight, but man, I don't mind the plus. Is it still 1,600? I know Clint
DraftKings, but then other places have 1,400. So
half a unit is fine, you know?
Yeah, it's a crazy take predicting it outright because it's 1,600, but it's also a fucking crazy price.
Who's to say Allen doesn't come into this fight emotional, you know, too? And they both guys, you know, and they have
he might just stand and bang with him like you know, like box him or some shit.
I hate fighter interviews, but Vettori said he's coming out hot in round one, but like you never know, right?
Yeah, you don't. He could.
But his brother, bro, man, I'm telling you that gives you a different power sometimes. Or you fight emotional and you get finished yourself, right? So maybe Allen subs him on the ground if he gets there. I could see him taking the back, like you said. Vettori's super durable though, and he's fought some crazy competition. Like a lot of the guys that he's losing to, I think Dolidze beats Vettori. I think Cannonier beats Allen. I think Cannonier beats Allen. Probably finishes him, honestly. So yeah. That shoulder surgery is the big worry for Vettori, but now he's at ATT. That's a big camp change. He could look to grapple here. Like you said, he's the better wrestler. What if he just kind of top times him? Malkoun was able to get a lot of takedowns on this guy. So I don't hate the money line either. And I'll probably take a small sprinkle on the plus 1,300.
Yeah. Like Malkoun is his last, other than the Curtis round, like the 5-rounder with Curtis, where Curtis took it on short notice. I thought Curtis won that damn near. But other than that Malkoun fights his last decision, and that was not he was minus 300 and he arguably lost. So
yeah,
his last good decision performance was that Soriano fight. Remember that shit back in the day? That was actually solid.
Yeah.
But
I bet him in round 2 and round 3 that was heartbreaking.
Dude, he was piecing up that body. That was crazy.
Allen could slow down. I mean, both guys slow down a little bit, but Vettori, I feel like he could fight through it. But Allen, I've seen him completely fall off a cliff, bro.
Oh yeah,
completely.
That's why I'm bringing up he finishes dudes early and does not look good when it's extended.
I mean, he's definitely gonna be the cleaner guy, but
yeah,
it doesn't always matter in the fight. Is he gonna fight with smart either? Think he can land body kicks here. James said all the stylistics, but it's a fucking fist fight at the end of the day. And Marvin Vettori, I don't see him getting knocked out. And one guy's durability is just way worse than the other. They just stand and bang. Well, I don't hate it. I know Clint, might be onto something, dog.
Bro, at that price, he's definitely onto something. Respect Clint. Good shit.
Respect to Clint.
I'm not predicting it outright though.
Yeah. You said it best, Zar. You was like, it's wild to predict it outright, So yeah, Clint. Always trust your balls, and Clint's trusting his balls there. It's definitely wild to predict it outright. And that's why I was shocked, damn, But to be honest, bro, that price, I hadn't seen the price yet, when they did that show. And that price is fucking huge, man.
I mean, this guy's been fighting the best of the best since he came into the UFC. Jack Hermanson fight ages super well. He was hurting Jack and who's boxing him up. A guy that we've seen, was able to stay on the outside and really piece Chris Curtis up. A guy who Brendan Allen, didn't have I know it's MMA math. I'm just thinking about it. The level of competition, bro, that Vettori's faced since he came into the UFC. And that last fight, people want to knock him, but he's a big layoff, And how motivated could you get versus a opponent who you already fought? The first fight he won, right?
Yeah, split decision.
Right.
Kind of a robbery.
So it's how do you come back now? How do you? It's I just think the motivation was more for Dolidze there. And Allen,
bro, don't you remember we had a fucking stream about it, and we went crazy about the shoulder gate. Do you remember shoulder gate?
Yeah, dude. That was our first pack. We smoked the Vettori pack.
Yeah, that's mad if that's where it started. But yeah, we bet on Roman Dolidze, and we literally scrolled his Instagram live on stream because we knew that he hadn't been training a lot. He had a shoulder surgery 6 months before. He was training for we found out he was training for 5 weeks or some shit for the fight. He hadn't posted anything online. He was posting other reality TV or some bullshit. And we was man, this is quite bullish. And we ended up betting on Dolidze, and that was solid plus money. So you're right. A lot of that performance was probably due to what we thought it was due to. The shoulder injury, the layoff, the lack of training, the lack of motivation. So we have to factor that in. We can't say he's instantly washed because of that. It may not be a washed case. It may be a case of, all of the stuff I just said. So, man, the more I speak about it now, I'm kind of leaning to Vettori money line, to be honest, bro. You just put the pace on him, put the pressure on him, maybe break him a little bit, maybe even take him down and stay out of a guillotine or some shit.
Yeah. I mean, Allen, more than often is finishing and covering or even looking good. He's finishing and bro, this is fucking Vettori. He's never been finished.
Why is he minus 200 though, bro? I just
Yeah.
don't get it. Like
That's what I'm saying. Like,
because he's from Louisiana. Like,
I
this
mean,
guy's
he's
wins
just,
aren't even that impressive, bro. He arguably
he's-
lost the Curtis fight. What are his other wins?
yeah. Paul Craig, dude.
Paul Craig. I think he went to he finished Sam Alvey, the GOAT Sam Alvey coming up again.
Yeah. No,
Come on, bro. This line's like you have to be looking at Vettori or pass.
Yeah, I'm not laying Allen because I don't think he finishes him. So it's like I'm gonna lay chalk on Brendan Allen when I don't think he finishes him.
Yeah, Jack's a crazy good sub threat too. Like he didn't get subbed by Jack Hermanson. He didn't get subbed by Dolidze. In some of the fights, like there wasn't a lot of grappling, but in the Hermanson fight, there was grappling, bro. He top timed some rounds from Hermanson, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I could see him, getting some control on Allen.
Yeah,
But Allen's the better grappler overall. But that's like the only way I could see him finishing him is by sub. He's got a good backpack. But Vettori not easy to take down, bro.
no, that's why
He's a big guy.
Like the more we talk about it, like the more I want to, look at Vettori because, yeah, I'll say it again. Like I'm not laying chalk on Brendan Allen if I don't think he finishes him. Like
Wasn't this guy just a favorite versus Roman Dolidze, bro?
Oh yeah.
Now the market's completely he's an underdog against Brendan Allen, a guy who would lose to Roman Dolidze.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, I got Vettori. You want to write down Vettori? I'm down. Fuck it.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Okay.
It's likely gonna go to decision.
Yeah, and I'm not laying minus 200 on Allen in a fucking decision, dude. No chance.
That's crazy how my take has almost completely changed just by speaking about it on air. I love that shit. That's why I love this show, man. That's why I love this show.
Yep.
But I didn't have a strong take. It's not completely changed at all, to be honest. It was neutral, and now I've gone for the underdog and plus 1,600. So it's not that crazy. But yeah, just to clarify.
I'm not laughing at you, bro. I'm laughing at this man's haircut. What is good with our guy Kyler Phillips this week, bro? What are you thinking about that haircut? You rocking with it, Lou?
You switched it
up.
up.
What you thinking?
I mean, me personally, I wouldn't choose that. You know what I mean? But that's his own personal problem. Word to Costa,
Oh my God, bro.
Coming like the Mexican Jackson McVey.
Yo.
Where's Kyler Phillips from? Because this guy looks like
Asian.
He looks like Asian and black at the same time.
So they said on like when his weigh-ins, he was like standing like this. They were like Karen Phillips because he looked like an old lady.
Where is he? He's not just American, right? He's got to have some mad blood. He's so tanned.
Yeah, I mean American. Like I don't even. Is that even a? Yeah, I don't. He's got to be Asian, dude. I swear he's Asian.
Yeah, American's not even a thing.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like American even a thing?
Can't be American. Americans are just whatever happens.
Yeah, whatever. Whoever pulled up back in the day.
My peoples.
Yeah.
Rule Britannia. Yeah, I mean, this is such a good fight, boys. I don't know who's going to win it. I just like violence. I want to kind of run. I'd love to speak about this, but I kind of want to run through a bit faster. So I'll just keep it short. I think Kyler Phillips obviously has early round one upside to finish him or to just win the round cleanly. I'd kind of be surprised if he doesn't win round one. And then Vinicius Oliveira, I think he's going to come on late. I honestly, I don't know. Like, I don't know who's going to win, man. I could honestly see both path to victory for both fighters. I like violence in this one. I think both fighters can finish each other. What do you reckon, Zar?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a sick fight. And like you said, I'd be very surprised. Honestly, I'd be more surprised if Kyler won like round 3. Like, I feel like round 3 is going to be all Oliveira. And I think Oliveira could get, lucky and win round 1. So that's why I kind of favor Oliveira. But yeah, I think Phillips round 1, there's some crazy prices. Like, I think round 1, round 2 KO is like plus 1,100. And like even ITD plus 450 isn't bad. But I just feel like it's a bad matchup kind of for Kyler, though. It's like a big physical dude who's going to pressure the whole time and like is live to grapple himself. Like he has the size and the physicality and the pressure of like Font, but it's also like there's no free takedowns for Phillips to like break the pressure, So I think this is kind of a bad matchup for Phillips, but He doesn't have fonts like clean boxing. He's like reckless. He's been, he can get bonked here. He's reckless with his hands down. He's get put out bad twice on the regional scene. Saeed clipped him with spinning shit early. So that's why I like, Phillips early KO props. I like, and then I don't know. I think Oliveira wins though. So that's just how it goes. Like the math shows that, there's some value on Phillips round 1, even though I don't think he wins. But yeah, round 1 straight up is plus 1,100 or some shit. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. JB?
Yeah, I think both of these guys are Vinicius isn't the most accurate striker. I think, he has the pressure that a Font has, but is it as educated of pressure? And is Kyler just really going to fall off a cliff that bad? I think Vinicius could pressure. I think it just comes down to who wins round 2 for me personally here. I think Kyler wins round 1 easily. I think he can get the submission early. I think he can get the finish early because we've seen Vinicius hurt before. But I also think he has the more tools in the toolbox. He throws kicks, spinning kicks. He looked great in the Munoz fight, in my opinion. He mixes in the grappling. He has the upside there. And then, I give Vinicius round 3, like y'all are saying, but I think Phillips could do enough to win rounds 1 and 2. And he's the underdog. So, and who's to say that he can't? I don't know if he's completely out of round 3. I think he could survive the 3rd round enough to make this one a really close fight.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he has finishing upside early. So I got to take Kyler Phillips. And has he been finished in the UFC either? Saeed didn't get finished by this guy.
Phillips never been finished. You mean Oliveira?
Yeah, that's
never in his career.
Phillips, I feel like he's got a big durability edge, and he's just way less
he could get cracked. It's Vinicius, bro. He throws hard, bro. He's gonna come with big bombs, and he's got those low kicks. But I think Phillips could negate that, especially early. He's the higher IQ guy. I like the camp he trains at. He's training with some of the best bantamweights in the world. John Crouch, his coach, and those guys, all those guys at MMA Lab are very smart with their game planning. We've seen it in the Mario Batista versus Patchy Mix fight. He just absolutely clean. And I think they could make a good game plan here for Kyler Phillips to maybe be more efficient with the gas tank. He learned that lesson. It was a big step up, and now the market's completely flip-flopped on him. So, yeah, I'll take some Kyler Phillips here. I got a better line on than what he is now, but I feel like a lot of people are going to be on Loke Dog this weekend. I think there's, upside for him. Maybe even, look at 2-3 props for Oliveira, because I do think he could finish late, even though Phillips never been finished before. The guy's going to throw hard, The grappling upside is all on. I know, Saeed couldn't take him down, but, Ricky Simone at certain fights just looked discouraged there, and I don't think Simone has the striking to mix it up to get to the grappling like a Phillips does. Because Phillips will throw a 1-2 and then shoot, where it's Ricky Simone, he's got an overhand, and if that doesn't work, then he's shooting. I think Phillips just mixes it up way better than any of the opponents. And we saw this guy get taken down before too and outed in the grappling by a guy who's not as big and not as athletic. That's the other thing with Vinicius. He's used to being the bigger, both these guys used to being the more physical athletic guy. And now they kind of met each other, both kind of big 35ers. So yeah, man, I think Kyler could pull off the upset here. Look at the lines too, right? He was minus 135 versus Sopaj, and now he's close to that versus Kyler Phillips. I don't know. We kind of just completely fucking going against this guy. So yeah, I do think he has the durability edge, and I'll be on Kyler. But yeah, last thing I want to say, I think Vinicius is funny as hell. Just you ever seen the videos of him singing in the car?
Oh shit.
Low Dog funny as hell, bro. Come on. How do you not like that guy?
Too.
I
know that song, but I don't know what I know. I don't know that song, but I know that song. I know that beat.
Yeah.
What? That's a banger. I don't know.
Making my way downtown, walking fast.
Yeah. Who sings that? Making my way downtown. Who is that?
I have no clue. I know the name of the song is 1,000 Miles. Walk 1,000 miles.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Yeah, especially with Vinicius, bro. How do you not like the guy? So I think that's the other thing is he's just We'll see, bro. We'll see. This is his toughest test, in my opinion.
Oh, by far. Yeah, like you said, I mean, me and James are talking about the crazy market. Like the market could not be lower on Phillips. The market could not be higher on Oliveira. So yeah.
Just to clarify my position, I personally couldn't bet Kyler in this fight because I just feel like Vinicius has a bad style for him. Like, I know he can get caught on the feet. Kyler could hurt him. I know Kyler could grapple him. But at the end of the day, man, I don't know if it was you or JB or Zar, but I think it was Zar. You said like you give round 3 to Oliveira more than you give round 1 to Phillips.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I agree with that, but the first part, you give round 3 to Oliveira, so do I. You know, I give round 3 to Oliveira quite heavily. And I also think he can finish him in round 2 and round 3. I know Phillips has never been finished, but I don't know, man. It's just, I would never bet Kyler against like a pressure fighter, basically, you know, unless he's so much outskilled. I do think that he is outskilled, you know, like I think Vinicius is outskilled, but not as much as I would like against such a pressure fighter. I just think it's going to be a close fight. I might play the doesn't go though, because I kind of like violence here.
Yeah, it's plus money. Yeah, like I don't know. It's just like this is a like tough matchup for Kyler. Like he loses round 3. Like he lost round 3 to Barcelos, like pretty clean. And Vinicius's cardio, physicality, pressure, like it's reckless pressure, but like you got to hurt him.
Yeah.
I mean, Kyler KO plus 800. I already played that. Like that's a crazy number, but I was leaning like Vinicius, but I haven't bet it yet. And you know, fading this kind of steam is scary, but it could be cheaty vibes. We never know.
First time for everything, my brother. That's what we're here to do. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe 2-3 could be some interesting numbers there.
I looked at them. I don't know. It could definitely happen, but I think Kyler's props are a lot more juicy, even though I think he probably loses.
You want to write? I guess just right doesn't go for me. I don't have much to add.
You want to Kyler, right, Jew? What?
Yeah, you can write down Kyler for me. Kyler round 1.
Yeah, I like that. Doesn't go.
I got plus 145, so
nice. Yeah, I just wrote like whatever's best right now. Let's see. Doesn't go. Oh shit! There's a plus 148. FanDuel. That's love. I'm gonna write down. So yeah, Phillips round 1. I thought it was like plus 1,000.
It doesn't go on that one.
Oh yeah. I like how we're writing down a lot more than we usually did. Like last week, we didn't have a ton written down, so I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to parlay and cater. We got a lot of flack for that in the comments, but
hey, I make bad bets too, bro. We were taking the risk on the washed guy.
Yeah, shit happens. All right, what's the yeah? Go on, you bro. You do that.
All right, next one.
All right, main card. So let's run through this one now, boys, and then we get to the parlays. We've got Michael Johnson versus Daniel Zellhuber. Yeah, I mean, at this point in time, I feel like Daniel Zellhuber is just going to land his shots too often and too hard and too fast. The Michael Johnson probably won't be able to withstand it. I mean, we've seen his chin be deleted multiple times now in the UFC. And I also feel like Michael Johnson's the type of guy to get submitted by a Darce choke. You guys remember last week, I had that quote. I said Kennedy is the type of guy to get submitted by a heel hook. And I think Michael Johnson is the type of guy to get submitted by a Darce choke, you know. And I think Daniel Zellhuber is the type of guy to get it with his long arms. But I do feel like the KO is probably more live. So basically what I think is Daniel Zellhuber is going to finish Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson has some early upside, still has very fast hands, still has power in his hands, still can deliver his shots. But then Daniel Zellhuber looks to me to have elite durability. So I don't think he's going to be finished by Michael. And you know what happens when Michael starts to... It doesn't matter. He can snowball into a loss, or he can be winning, snowball into win, and then lose as well. So like this guy can lose in multitude of ways. Round 1, in the first minute or round 3 in the last minute or round 2, like after dominating round 1, like heel hook or knockout, or like, doesn't matter, you know, he can just get finished. And I think Zellhuber's going to finish him. What do you reckon, Zar?
Same thing. I'm on ITD. I split it with like doesn't go because it was like 145-ish, and then the finish for Zellhuber is like 115. So I split that a little bit. I have Zellhuber sub at like 470. I'm gonna sprinkle the Zellhuber 2-3 sub. I think it's like 850. But yeah, I just think to beat Zellhuber, you gotta be like, you know, grappling him or getting in his face, taking a lot of damage. Like Ribovic's, like he ate 120 strikes, got dropped just to squeak a split decision. Like Michael Johnson is not doing that. He's getting finished. So, like, I know Johnson, you know, he's good in the pocket. He could hurt you, but bro, he's not eating 120 strikes from Zellhuber. Like at this point, he's been finished so many times. He's 38 years old, and I like Michael Johnson. Like I kind of always root for him just because he's kind of a meme and he's an OG. But dude, I think Zellhuber is so tall, lanky. His striking's so nice, and I just feel like it's a really tough ask for Johnson to, you know, win here. Like I don't know what a win looks like. It's like hard for me to see him meme bonk him because Zellhuber's so durable, and it's hard for me to see him win a decision. So I'm on Zellhuber finish, sub, like everything. I know I said the spread is hard for me to do math on, but it's basically, to me, it's like a finish only because I think he finishes him. And it's like minus 250. Like, even if it goes to decision, I feel like it's a dominant decision. So minus 250 on the spread is not bad either.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't hate it. Did you go, James?
I went, bro. Just waiting on you.
Okay, bet. Yeah, I think the sub is off on the number. Like plus 470 feels a bit crazy to me when you got a guy that's 2-9 career to the submission versus a guy that's 3-0 career to the submission. And I know we all talk about Michael Johnson's terrible chin, but guys is getting knocked out by Josh Emmett, Justin Gaethje, and then the most recent one versus Carlos Diego Ferreira, and that one was bad. That one was brutal. I know Zellhuber's dropped 2 opponents in the UFC already, but he's got that nasty front choke, and that's his only finish so far in the UFC. Michael Johnson shot a takedown in 5 of his last 6 fights, and usually when he doesn't shoot a takedown, it's versus a grappler. So I think he's going to be uncomfortable on the feet just because of the youth, the durability, and if he doesn't spark his lights out cold, I think that Anaconda choke at 30-1 is a beautiful bet.
Ooh, 30-1. Wow.
That's what he got the last guy with, a training partner actually of Michael Johnson and Christos Giagos. Yeah. Who's to say he doesn't really make a choke? I think he got a triangle, a calf slicer. Like this guy got early subs on his record, so he's been training the jits, and he's got 77-inch reach. So
yeah,
you know, you shoot it, he's gonna wrap it up right away.
Yeah, I wish I had books with those specific fucking sub props, bro.
Just fun degen shit, you know.
Of course, but hey, I mean it's value.
Yeah, find 1 or 2 that I could parlay together, like, and then.
Yeah.
What was the $1 million parlay that you gave out?
I think it was Gabriel Bonfim Anaconda, or maybe Kennedy Ninja Choke, and then it was what was the other one?
Oh, for last week?
Yeah, there was another one that was like I thought could hit. I'll forget it though. Hey, they were all legit in my mind.
Bonfim was wrapping him up in round 1. He had his shot to do it. You know?
Exactly. Like you got to take sprinkles on those when it's like 30-1, and you got a guy that knows
$1 million.
Yeah, $1,000,000, bro.
That's
Forget
crazy.
what the other one was though. Having trouble remembering it. Kennedy Ninja Choke was super live if it got in around 2-3.
Yeah.
100-1. Come on, how?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Zellhuber round 2, round 3? It's like 450 and then 700.
Can you trust Michael Johnson to survive?
No, that's why I'm big on the ITD, but he turns it up late.
Yeah, like to add it is cool. You know, if your bulk of your money is on the ITD, then I think go ahead and do have your fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we learned our lesson. You know,
most finishes come in round 1, bro. Like if you look statistically, like hard to hit. And we've been seeing it a lot, bro. Jake Matthews, you want to get cute with the 2-3, he just comes out and subs him in one.
That was so lit.
Jasmine Jazadovicius.
Fucking
Jewish
MAB, bro.
Yeah, that was fucked. I was on 2-3 on all of those three we just mentioned like a retard.
Yeah. That run is what taught us our lesson, bro. It happens.
No, but I didn't because Jake Matthews 2-3 last week, bro.
You did? Oh, fuck. His ITD was like 350.
I did the same thing. I played the sub, though, but I should have played the ITD.
Hey, you had the end sub. You put that on the show. That was lit.
Right. That was a good one. Yeah, that was a good call, bro. The editing's been sick from Czar, so shout out to our guy Pro.
Shout out to my editor.
yeah, dog. I'll be right back, though. I got to use the bathroom. Y'all could take this next one.
Yeah, sweet. So Ige versus Pitbull. I don't have a strong read on this one, boys. I feel like they're both similar fighters in that they're kind of low volume on the outside and looking to land a big shot. I think Pitbull might be a little bit more diverse on the feet from the outside, basically just because of his leg kicks. I think he's got pretty solid leg kicks. And he seems a bit faster. I think he's a bit faster where he lands his shots. But the big thing for me in this fight is the durability advantage of Dan 50K Ige. He has a massive durability advantage here. Like I said on Clint's podcast, this guy, Patricio Pitbull, is getting hurt by Yair Rodriguez in his last fight. In the fight before that, he's getting hurt by Jeremy Kennedy. And in the fight before that, he's getting knocked out by Suzuki. So this guy's getting hurt back to back to back to back. There might have been one fight that I'm missing in between there somewhere as possible. But this guy's getting hurt back to back to back to back. And, man, if your durability is slowing down, then Dan Ige is probably going to knock you out. Yeah. I also went back, and I think I did it on Clint's show. But if I didn't, now, I'm almost certain I did this on Clint's show. But basically, I went back through Dan Ige's record, right? And every single fighter he's fought, basically, in his last, 15 fights or last, 10 fights, he hurt every single one of them.
Yeah.
Sean Woodson, his last fight. Let me just go through it. Sean Woodson knocked him out. Lerone Murphy knocked him down round 1, hurt him bad. Diego Lopez didn't hurt him, but round 3 was pouring it on crazy. You could argue he hurt him there. But even if you want to skip that one, okay, that's one he didn't, right? Against Diego Lopez, the title challenger, the last person to fight for the title.
He had him in trouble.
Yeah, he did. Andre Feely knocked him out. Bryce Mitchell hurt him multiple times, was cracking him. Nate Landwehr dropped him bad, hurt him. Damon Jackson knocked him out bad. Movsar Evloev got ran through. Josh Emmett rocked him, hurt him. Chan Sung Young, I think he got dominated. Gavin Tucker, I didn't watch that fight in a long time, but Gavin Tucker knocked him out.
20 seconds.
Yeah, bro. I cashed on Ige, bro. Minus 120. I was
Dude, I think I had fucking Tucker. I was like, oh, plus money. He looked good against Billy Q, and bang.
Yeah. I know. I can't claim. I don't think I ever claimed that one was a good one. I think hindsight now it was a
hindsight. It's a fucking hammer.
Yeah. Hindsight's a great bet, but yeah, at the time I was like, that's good variance for me, But obviously, I thought he could knock him out as Dan Ige, But yeah, so basically, that's kind of how I see the fight playing out. Like the biggest edge I feel like I can get is just the durability advantage. So I may play a little something on Dan Ige KO, but I'm not confident in the fight though, So that's my take. JB, what do you reckon about this one?
I'm gonna keep it short, sweet, simple. I think it's a low volume kickboxing fight. I could see the Ige KO, but sometimes he just fights super close. I think Pitbull, if he wants to, get on the back of Dan Ige, we've seen Dan Ige give up the back position before. Pitbull, everyone's super low on him after a UFC debut. Tough matchup for him. And I just think, maybe I'm going to wait on a better price, right? If we could get, plus 200 on Pitbull, I have to fire, bro. It's just I think it's a market overcorrection at that point. And while I do predict Dan Ige to win, man, we're talking about the number. And Pitbull's, it just depends on if he's washed or not, dude. I think he could compete here, though. Maybe Dan's just a bit cleaner, mixes up to the body better, cuts off the cage a little bit better. He's faster, with the youth advantage. It's a tough fight for me to call. I'll predict Ige to win, but I think he should be minus 160, not minus 200, minus 220.
I feel that.
Yeah, Zal, what do you reckon?
Similar to you, James, like the biggest thing that stands out is obviously the durability edge. But like even like Pitbull, I know is a tough matchup versus Yair, but he landed 17 strikes in like 15 minutes, and there was not a lot of it was a couple minutes of control time. But I definitely don't think it's gonna be 17 strikes if this goes to decision. But they're both low volume, but like Ige's not landing 17 strikes in like a straight striking fight. But yeah, I think the durability edge is the main thing. And I see Ige hurting him here. And if I see that and you're 38, you just got knocked out a couple fights ago, you've been hurt in every single fight. So it's like this, what James said, he went through Ige's whole list. He had hurt like 13 out of his last 15 opponents. Pitbull's been hurt in every fight in the last few. He's 38.
Yeah.
I'm on Ige KO plus 340. I think that should be 300, like around there max. You could argue even less because, I mean, in a decision, I don't see Ige covering 220, really. So I had to look at KO because I'm like, all right, Ige's a big favorite. The GTD is minus 250, so that doesn't really make a ton of sense to me. If he's covering him, he's hurting him. So plus 340 KO, that's what I came to. I feel like you go Pitbull decision, Ige KO. It's probably a decision, but it's plus 340.
Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah. Write it down for me. It's like I don't have a strong take in how the fight's going to play out. I don't really know. I definitely feel like Pitbull could win, but it's kind of like a Mirage brain, where, Mirage brain, where it's like what you just said, hurt 13 out of 15, Pitbull's getting older, Pitbull's getting hurt, and like that's just an auto click type thing, even though I don't necessarily want to do it. And the reason I don't want to do it, because we always look at things from analytical perspectives first, right? And I think one of the most important skill sets that a sports bettor can have in MMA specifically, we need to detach ourselves from stylistics a lot of the time. It's funny because in a lot of matchups, we have to focus on the stylistics, but then a lot of matchups, we have to detach from the stylistics. Like Brzeski, like submission, Brzeski decision, even though stylistically that's kind of all right. Marvin Vettori KO, Ige KO. These are the type of things where stylistically, I don't know if they're going to happen. It's tough for me to kind of see them playing out consistently, but I'm a sports bettor, so I look at the number. And when they give me 1,600 on Vettori KO, when they give me 340 on Ige KO, it's like I have to detach myself from what I think might happen and just look at the line, look at the historics and say there's going to be value on it, so I'm going to bet it. So hopefully I explained that well. But for everyone in the chat, 1,127 live viewers right now. That's definitely something that you can take away from this podcast, where you need to detach yourself from what you think is going to happen in the fight a lot of the time. And I know it sounds counterintuitive, but as a sports bettor, you have to do that. Because I always see comments like, no, that's a stupid take. This guy's going to get knocked out. And it's like, yeah, maybe he's going to get knocked out, but I'm calling for the decision at 15-1. So it's a different conversation. You're not having the same conversation as I'm having, but you're trying to argue with me. It doesn't compute. You know that thing that women do? When you're missing, like argues with you about something that you're not even saying. I don't know why they do that, but that's just how they're built. It's kind of how I see the comments sometimes. So yeah.
No, I get exactly what you're saying. Like when I talk to my friends, I'm like, I'm a full-time sports bettor. They're like, oh, so you like, you can read the future and shit. I'm like, bro, we are not reading the future. We're not doing predictions. It's about value. You have to look at it like, think of it as like if the roulette table was offering like juicy odds on a certain number, you just put your money there and you hope it hits. And like long term, if it's good bets, shit's gonna fall your way.
And you batted your bankroll. That's what everyone fucks up on. So
yeah, you don't think of it as predictions. You think of it, I see a juicy number. I hope shit goes my way, and I know shit will, go my way fairly over the long term. We're not a prediction show. It's not like I'm saying like Ige's definitely knocking him out. Vettori's definitely knocking him out. I'm playing both of those bets though,
Yeah. And we can actually pick the opposite, right? Which is another thing people are sketched out at. Like I tell people Yeah, I picked the opposite of my bets. I
Were
bet
you
on
picking Lauren Murphy last week?
Hell no.
How do you
I was
pick Lauren
slamming
Murphy
her
to
money
win?
line though.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
perfect example.
perfect example. And we have these examples almost every week, like Jackson Mcvey, you know,
Yes, sir.
the GOAT.
I mean, he might be.
Just pick winners, bro. Just pick winners.
You're not gonna like be blown away by tape because basically just finishing cans in the first 2-3 minutes. So that's really what it is. But that's enough for me.
Yeah,
That's enough for me, brother.
I want to see how athletic he is and like if it's actually like impressive. You know, that's what I'm gonna look at.
He looks a bit shaky, but bro,
He
he's
looks like a
massive.
noodle. I will say that. Like he does look like a noodle, and he's like kind of like rigidity in the striking. It's risky, but
Oh,
Yeah.
might have some pack and watch that after the show. You got me.
He reminds
excited.
me of Zach Reese. He reminds me of Zach Reese. Like
Okay,
if you could,
that's what he looks like, bro. Like
that's why I like the sub, bro. It just feels like
Yeah.
a good angle. Like
yeah,
they're gonna
bro,
grapple.
Zach Reese.
Yeah.
Zach Reese. So yeah, this is my guy, bro. Kevin Holland. You know when people post the Bet MMA screenshots, like I got a good read on this guy or whatever it is. I need to do that with Kevin Holland because I know my read on Kevin Holland is like I think the best I've ever had on any fighter ever. You know, I bet against him multiple times. Dolidze, Derrida. I have already had 2 max bets on Kevin Holland. I've max bet him against Alex Oliveira at like, I think it was like minus 300 or something like that. And then I max bet him again against Vicente Luque last time out in the parlay. And he was like minus 190 there, which is crazy, right? That's a great line. I could have just max bet him straight, but I put someone else in it who cashed easy as well.
Killed.
Who was it?
Sal killed.
Oh, yeah. That was a little bit shaky. You had a good performance there, JB, but
Yeah,
anyway.
it was you know,
He dominated him for 10 minutes and gassed out, basically, right?
How was he really going to lose, though? Like, I don't know.
Knockout?
Yeah.
That's the only way, probably.
I
But
think we
yeah,
said that, though, and you still, I don't know. I think it was like not a bad bet.
nah, probably not bad. I think, I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Holland. So I got a good read on Holland, and Holland's going to win this fight, in my opinion. I think he's going to win this fight via knockout. I've been going back and forth between the knockout and the sub, and I've been thinking to myself, all right, let me make the case for the sub or the knockout. So we had him via submission against Vicente Luque at plus 700 last time out. So we're doing well on Holland props. I had him via KO against Gunnar Nelson, one of the only bets I've ever lost on Holland, ever. And, bro,
Shit, cash, damn near.
10 more seconds and it probably 10 more seconds and it probably hits. And that's like one of my only losses ever on Kevin Holland, which is kind of funny. And you know what the other losses, which is mad? Santiago Ponzinibbio under 2.5 rounds.
Oh.
So it's like 30 seconds too late and stuff. So like those 2 bets that I lost, I don't think I've ever lost the other bet on Kevin Holland over like 15 bets. And the only 2, and both in my book, they cashed. Ilya Porier, Sean O'Malley mindset. I haven't lost, you know, those were winners in my book. So anyway, I feel like the KO is more live than the sub here. And the reason is because D-Rod's a striker, first of all. I don't think D-Rod's going to shoot in for takedowns like he could do if he's rocked, but I don't think he will. Like Vicente Luque did, you know, he's going to go for the grappling way more. Or Michael Chiesa did to get submitted. And the other submission he got recently was the armbar over Michel Oleksiejczuk. Oleksiejczuk knocked him down, jumped in his guard like an idiot, and he got submitted from the guard. I don't think D-Rod's going to jump in his guard if he's on the ground. You know, D-Rod's probably going to say stand back up or just go to the side of the guard and punch him over the top. Maybe he falls into an armbar. I mean, this is unlikely in my opinion. D-Rod been knocked out by a comparable opponent in Ian Gary, you know, a long, tall, huge welterweight who's only a striker, basically. I'm not saying they're exactly the same fighter. I'm saying it's probably the most comparable fight in Daniel Rodriguez's UFC career, right? At least top 1 or 2. And he got knocked out with a head kick there very, very fast. So I could see Holland knocking him out fast like that as well in round 1. I also feel like D-Rod's chin is dropping down heavily at a rapid rate and he's getting older and washed and he's slower. So I just feel like Kevin Holland's going to snipe him on the feet. He's due for a KO. He ain't going to keep on getting subs. And that's really my take. I think he's going to finish him though. JB?
Yeah, I don't know if I would choose between the KO and the sub personally, but I like lean KO too. You know, D-Rod getting a bit older. Kevin throws hard power. He's close to knocking out Luque with those hammer fists. He's close to knocking out Gunnar Nelson. He's just gotten a lot more subs recently, and I don't really see D-Rod shooting, and I don't see really Kevin shooting. So how's it gonna wind up there? They're gonna strike. They're gonna box like D-Rod always does. And yeah, if they were to grapple, Kevin's gonna sub him, but that's if they grapple. So let's see what happens. I think Kevin, however he wants. I even play his money line.
Yeah, Zar.
I'm like slightly like I agree. Like I have Holland like minus 500, minus 550, like to win. But I saw, dude, the sub was like over 300, and the KO was like in the ones. I lean KO, but I sprinkled the sub and the sub 2-3, the sub at like plus 310, and the sub 2-3 at 650. Just I feel like a 60-40 KO. Because I mean Rodriguez, that like watching that Magny fight, I was like, bro. That was bad. And he has like a, he's had a good chin, but I do agree he is due for a knockout. So yeah, I lean knockout, but the price is, I feel like the knockout was like maybe value, and then the sub was like
Marab brain, bro.
Yeah, no, it's straight
gotten
Marab
4
brain.
subs in a row. Like he's gotten. When was his last KO? He keeps getting subs. Like, who's to say he just doesn't wrap up another one, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I know it doesn't work like this, but Holland's due for a KO. D-Rod's due for a KO. So I am, that I don't like. But in my head, I was like, it's like 60-40 towards the KO. But, so I ended up playing the sub, just like Rodriguez. I feel like if you're finishing Rodriguez, you're more likely subbing him than knocking him out. But I do agree with you guys. Like, how is it going to get to the ground is a very valid point. So I don't know. We'll see if I regret it, but I think the sub like 310 wasn't a bad play. So that's what I have. And then even, Holland, I have him at like minus 500, minus 550 in my head, but like D-Rod decision was like 850 or something. So I don't think that's terrible, but it's really hard for me to see him win. So yeah.
Yeah, nice boys. So maybe for me, just Kevin Holland ITD, Kevin Holland KO, Kevin Holland. If you guys put the sub in a parlay, I won't put the KO in.
I'm not putting that in a parlay. I'm not putting that.
Maybe we just both.
I like the ITD. I like the money line. I like all of it.
Doesn't go like just add a bunch, just for more legs. Just for more legs.
Yeah, we always need legs. Wait, damn, this 550 now. All right, yeah. It's moving. Dude, it was way cheaper like a couple days ago.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, damn. Should we try that doesn't go? It's like 10 cents. I mean.
Yeah. Write it down.
There's some 180s. I can put it right down 190.
What's his RTD?
It's like 200 other than DraftKings, and I don't even feel like it's still there on DraftKings. Right?
Yeah.
Holland. I mean, it's the same price as it doesn't go. Yeah. Anything else? I'm not going to put a sub in a parlay. Like you guys are like if I.
Let's just do the Costa Roman fight.
Yeah. Like
I'm not trying to rush it, but I'm like feeling the parlays. I don't know.
We have a lot of legs. I'm loving it, bro.
Yeah, this is a good fight too, low key. Like we'll probably go in on this fight anyway, and I don't mind because I don't know. I don't have a strong read on it personally, but look, like Kopulov's the better striker. I think he's got the kicking upside. On the feet, like early, I do favor him, but Costa could hurt him. We've seen this guy Kopylov hurt by lesser strikers. Costa's fought in the way better level of competition. It's just like you gotta just really wonder like where's Costa at this point in his career. But he's gone up against guys like Rob Whittaker, man, like Sean Strickland. He didn't really have much success in that fight though. So like I understand the Kopylov love, but if Costa has something left, he should compete in this fight. And I've seen Kopylov look tired, feel sorry for himself in the octagon. He needed takedowns to beat Cesar Almeida, who is a good striker, but Costa, fighting, like I said, the way higher competition. So I'm interested to hear your guys' takes on this too. And Roman Kopylov ain't no like young up and coming prospect either. These guys are both similar in age.
Dude, they're the same age.
And
it's crazy.
And I thought Curtis was really competing with him too. And we saw Curtis, have a performance against Max Griffin, a welterweight, going a split. Like, I don't know. I'm favoring the Costa side here.
That one went to split. I turned it off. That went to split.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been a split, but it went to split.
It wasn't a good performance, but damn.
Yeah, it was a terrible scorecard. Ridiculous. That's why I don't play those spread bets.
Yeah, for real. Holy shit.
Yeah, the spread bets are tough. People was going crazy last week. Look, I won the boy spread. That was the side. I mean, yeah, okay. In one, you won in one iteration where in reality I should have won. That's what's so funny is like Wonderboy this is hilarious actually. Wonderboy losing that decision and the spread cashing is actually more of an argument to not play the spread, even though they cashed their bet. The reason is, the hidden reason, right, is because it was a fucking terrible scorecard. So the judges are fucked up. So you can't trust the judges. So you can't play the spread.
That's literally what we said last week, bro.
Yeah. I think the spread is only good if you think it finishes because it's basically just like a finish only. And then if it goes to decision, it goes to decision. But so like that's why I was sleeping on the spread bets because like the Zellhuber one, I think he finishes him. So it's like pretty much a finish only fucking line in my head.
Yeah. I'm not saying like I honestly haven't done math. I haven't looked into it. I haven't, I don't care about the spread bets. I can't play them really. Like I did maybe twice in my life. It's tough to play. I did it once. I think I never did it again. This is too tough for me to get money down. I'm not even going to bother looking at it, right? But I think that's so funny because the Wonder Boy spread cashing, a few people are like, look, spread cash. You should have bet the spread instead of the money line. And actually, if you're smart, that's a worse case. That's a worse use case for the spread than betting the money line there, in my opinion. And especially when you get plus minus 110 versus plus fucking 400s and stuff like that.
But the money hits their account. That's what it is. Exactly. So in there, it doesn't like it's a quick hit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It doesn't.
That's what people.
I want no value in a loser. Those type of retailers.
Bro, I got comments. I tweeted out because it was so funny. He's like, reads in betting do not matter at all. Just the bank account. I'm like, and that's why you don't fucking win.
Reads are the only thing that matters.
Like,
really.
So I should just click buttons on the screen. I shouldn't try to like think about what I'm doing at all. Got it.
Yeah, the internet's funny. It's good for a good laugh. It's content. Me and you are talking about it now. We're having a laugh. It's good.
True. It's good for content.
But like that, I was saying, like it's just it's hard for them to conceptualize because like nowadays everything's like quick. It's the internet. You have everything, so people want things like quick. It's like they want to hit that long shot parlay. They want to do this, but they don't have the discipline to actually see things out.
Yeah, it's true. That's why 99% of people lose a sports betting, bro, because they can't ride out the down waves. It's all well and good when you're winning, but when you come through that inevitable loss period, that's when everyone packs up their bags. That's when everyone throws their baby out with the bathwater stroller. Well, I don't know what that is, but whatever that.
I get what you're trying to say.
Have you not heard that saying before?
No. What were you trying to say?
It's like throw something out with the bathwater. Do you not know that one? Someone in the chat might know. But anyway, it's a saying that basically says people just lose their shit when stuff goes wrong, and it's the same in sports betting. That's when everyone starts to chase. That's when everyone starts to revenge bet. That's when everyone starts to bet above their means to get back the money they just lost. And that's why everyone loses on sports betting. So don't be one of those guys. I know it's boring. You got to wait and play the same amount of money you've always been playing over the last 6 months, even if you're losing or whatever it is. But, man, build up slowly. And then soon you'll be fucking betting $500 on Lauren Murphy at plus 600 like the man's are, He didn't start from there. Sorry, bro, but that's a good, that's a lot of money to put on a fucking plus 600.
Yeah, no, I was fucking around, but dude, you just got to learn how to lose, bro. Like I'm not chasing fucking jamming 2,000 on the next fight after that. You just got to eat your loss.
Yeah. But it's actually good to chase at points for account longevity, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah,
so
we gotta get into this.
About this one, Paulo Costa Kopilov, man, it's a tough one because I kind of feel like Costa might be being slept on, but at the same time, it's very hard for me to trust him in 2025. Like, how can I trust him to go out there and follow the game plan needed to win? I think he's got the skill set to do it, being the durability advantage and the pace, pressure, physicality, cardio advantage, and the grappling takedown advantage. I feel like all of those things are on the Costa side, meaning that he can win the fight. But I feel like they've been on his side in a couple of fights, and he hasn't really pushed them. I mean, Luke Rockhold was a bad performance. It was at elevation, Salt Lake City, and I know that a lot of fighters on that card kind of underperformed. So maybe I give him a pass. But at the same time, his other fights haven't filled me with any confidence. Marvin Vettori, Sean Strickland, like these fights haven't filled me with confidence. Outside of a crazy spin, he hasn't really done much against Robert Whittaker either. These are the best fighters in the world in Robert Whittaker, Israel Adesanya, Sean Strickland. At the end of the day, Marvin Vettori's not. But, you know, like, that was a close fight, 3-2. So 5-round fight, weird circumstances. But the guy, like I said, he comes in overweight by 20 pounds for the fight. That's your own personal problem, Marvin. Like, this guy's been a bit of a flake and a strange character for a long time. And, you know, even my man here is saying, did you see him at the press conference? No, I didn't see him. But someone commented earlier, he's been on meth. So maybe he's pretending. Yeah, I mean, like, do you know what I mean? It's just tough to trust him. These things are real, bro. Like, because they carry over into the cage, in my opinion, with some of the performances I've seen. If he fights to the best of his ability, he can win the fight. I kind of want to bet him, but I don't know. I also like the doesn't go as well because I feel like both fighters can probably finish each other. So I don't know, though. But what do you guys think? Or Zar?
The violence, like, it's the same price as like the Phillips Vinicius one. And I was like leaning violence on both of them because it feels like 50-50 if there's a finish and it's like plus 130. But yeah, I just think it is like a step down for Costa and it is a step up for Kopilov, like at the end of the day. Like JB brought up, they're both 34, so it's not like Kopilov, you know. I know the momentum is way different, but, you know, they're the same age. And Costa, yeah, like, he's not looked great, but it is against, you know, top 5 comp. And Kopilov, like most of his run, he's knocking out lower level comp, losing to Fluffy, which is super valid, like way different matchup. And then, you know, when he fights, you know, solid level comp, like, you know, Curtis and Almeida, like he has to, like, there's a noticeable difference when he's like knocking out these lower level guys and then he fights like not even ranked guys but close to the rankings guys. He struggles and he had to bail himself out with takedowns versus Almeida versus a guy with nothing off his back, no takedown defense. He was gassed as fuck after like 7.5 minutes, but you could say that was because of the grappling, and I don't think he's gonna like be shooting on Costa really.
He
like,
faced no resistance, though. How do you get gassed from like?
It was like Phillips gassing it on Font, like
right.
We were just on top of him. Like I don't get it. But I do think the grappling he does gas a lot faster. Like the Curtis fight, it was all striking, super high pace, and he
got bailed out by 2 nut shots though in that fight too. Don't forget because the southpaw stance, and he kicked them in the nuts, so he got 2 breaks.
True, and he still had his hands on his knees in the 3rd round. I know he got
bad visual.
I know he got the round 3 knockout, and like it's crazy. Like his hands are on his knees, and then like a minute later, he's throwing a crazy fast head kick. I'm like, this guy's fucking insane. So, you know, he showed that he's not going to wilt as easy as he used to, like against fucking Carl Roberson, but he's still not an elite. He doesn't have like a great gas tank. So yeah, I feel like he's going to be way faster, you know, slicker early. And maybe Costa, you know, gets hit a lot because, I mean, he is hittable, but he's durable. So maybe he gets hit a lot and he's like, you know what? I don't want to like wade forward and pressure into danger. And then he just, you know, sits at range and looks like a big underdog. But I could also see it looking like the Almeida fight where he is pressing and he's landing after, you know, after the first round and first 7.5 minutes. And, you know, Costa's walking him down and then he looks value. So I don't have a great read, but maybe some Costa late sprinkles, maybe violence. But yeah, like my prediction is Kopylov decision, but the price is not good. So I'm looking at other stuff.
Feel you guys, man. For me, I guess put down. I don't think I'm. You know what? I want to watch a few more fights, to be honest, because I taped this fight ages ago, and I kind of. I don't want to say I forgot my read, but like maybe I just didn't do my due diligence. Basically, I want to play that doesn't go to decision, but I'm not confident in that right now. And sometimes I just do more tape to solidify my opinion. So just write it down for me, just so I have it there. But I don't think I'll put it in a parlay. But I might put it in a parlay in a few hours after I watch the fights again. You know
what you got in this one, Czar?
I mean, I was the same thing. I was leaning violence. Like I would never lay chalk on the over and sweat that. So I was like, I have to lean violence. I feel like it's more 50-50. Like I think if Kopylov wins, it's more than likely a decision. And I think if Costa wins, it's more than likely like a finish. That's just like what my head was saying. But yeah. I was looking at Costa maybe late props, but then it's like, what if he's just like, you know, he's not taking his – obviously he's in shape, but like mentally he's not there. And he's not the same guy that's like walking people down, you know? Like
he's not.
And he's not like an insane gas – like he doesn't have an insane gas tank himself. So I think violence is solid, but I haven't played it yet, similar to you. But I would never sweat that over, really, laying chalk on that.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be swinging because I think Kopylov's going to be cracking him early. Like I could see that for sure.
Yeah, bro. All of Kopylov's fights are wars.
Dude, yeah. I like watching. I get why he's the co-main. Like he's not a big name, but he's going to put on a banger.
No, Kopylov's a fucking G, bro. Yeah, like I know people take the piss out of him, I guess, because he quit a couple of times. But bro, the guy's a fucking G. Let's go through his fights. Chris Curtis. That was a fucking war. Cesar Almeida, to be honest, that was kind of a shit fight, you know.
Yeah,
but
that was Almeida's fault.
Yeah, Kopylov just grappled him though. It was Almeida's fault because he was shit at takedown defense. But like outside of that fight, Anthony Hernandez, that fight was a mad fight, bro. That was a war. Claudio Ribeiro, bro, he got dropped in round 1, and then he kills him in round 2, bro. That was a mad fight. Panaheli Soriano beat the fuck out of him.
Banger.
Mad fight. Albert Duraev, crazy
fight, bro.
He fucks him up. He's going to finish him in round 3, but he gets mounted in round 2. I think he's dead in round 2. Like somehow he survived. Then he's fucking hurting him. Josh Fremd fucked him up, bro. Killed him. Carl Roberson, bro. They went to war, bro. He was getting fucked up on the feet with leg kicks and stuff. Ended up quitting on the ground. Di Chirico, I thought he was slowing down. And then he ended up finishing. I mean, bro, this guy's in war after war. Like, bro, he is must-see TV, Kopylov.
Oh, yeah. Like, they're mixing, like, a guy who's a big name with a must-see TV guy. So it's a perfect mix. They're probably not going to grapple. Dude.
Yeah.
I'm hyped for this fight, bro. Like, I know people are shitting on this card, but it's like, bro, the banger main event, the co-main, not the biggest names, but, bro, like, it's going to be lit.
Yeah, that's a great fight, bro. Like, Costa's not going to
If you know what's good, you're hyped for fucking Kopylov Costa, bro.
Yeah, so the main event of the evening, man. I do want to get onto these parlays.
Yeah.
So I will kind of be a bit quick on this one. If you want to hear my breakdown, boys, I got a video on this channel you're on right now, Lucrative James. I go in depth on this fight, you know, with cool fight footage. Shout out to my man Blunt Force for the edits. But basically, I don't want to disrespect Dustin. Because he's won twice already. He's a very good fighter. He's in the best shape of his career on his retirement fight. We're going to leave that one there. I know that's my bro, Chris Duncan's bro, so we're going to leave that one there. But he's in the best shape of his career on his last fight of his career, which is kind of crazy. And he's a fucking elite fighter, you know what I mean? Like, this guy is got so many great wins and performances on his resume, but I kind of feel like Max Holloway is going to get this one done. And the reason I say that is because if you watch the second fight, I think there was an argument for Max Holloway to win the fight, and
he scored it 4-1. Like what?
Yeah, I mean, I understand the 4-1 because basically this fight is very, very easy to score outside of the last 2 rounds. So the first 2 rounds were clear to Dustin.
Yeah.
Like, they're not arguable. The third round was clear to Max. It's not arguable. So it's 2-1, definitely going into the championship round. So it's anyone's fight at this point, right? The round 4 and round 5 were so fucking close, man. Like, those were like 50-50 rounds, you know? So if you want to give both of them to Dustin, which is kind of unfair, but you could do, it's 4-1. If you want to give one apiece, which is probably fair, it's 3-2 to Dustin. And if you want to give both to Max, it's kind of unfair again. And then it's 3-2 to Max, right? So I thought 4-1 or 3-2 either way was justifiable, but 3-2 to Dustin is fair. You know what I mean? With how the fight played out. That's how I saw it. I don't know if
I thought, like, I leaned Max round 5, round 4 straight 50-50 because Max like doubled him up on strikes, but Poirer had that big knee that like cracked his face open. So I get it. That's 50-50 to me. And then round 5, like Poirer was kind of, you know, stalling at the end, you know, Bond fiend bullshit. And I think Holloway outlanded him, obviously not the bigger strike. So I was like 60-40 on round 5 for Max, but bro, such a good fight. Like watching that back, I was like, dude, this was this long ago. I'm fucking getting old, bro.
Yeah, no, 5 years, man. That was such a good fight. But so first of all, let's just get that out of the way. On my take is that Max could have won the first fight, right? And no one's saying that now. Like, I haven't heard that. Everyone's like, oh yeah, but Poirer just hurt him way too much. Like, okay, well, he could have lost the fight. Justifiable scorecard. It's a justifiable scorecard. Max 3-2, 100% justifiable scorecard. He won round 3 clean, no arguments. And round 4 and round 5, you could have given it to him. So that's important to note. What else is important to note is that actually Max fought Dustin twice, and both of them have been debuts. He fought Dustin on his UFC debut, and he fought Dustin in the second fight in his UFC 155 debut. So that's 2 important things to note, because obviously UFC debut, I'll throw that away. It doesn't matter. It's about 100 years ago. The fight 2 is obviously the important fight. I honestly think Max was too small at that point in his career. I think he's bigger now. If you go back and see Justin Gaethje versus Max and Dustin versus Max, there's a noticeable difference in the size of Max there. It's nothing crazy. He's not turned into a bodybuilder. He looks a little bit bigger. His back looks a little bit wider. He looks like he's throwing heavier shots. You know, like he rocked Justin multiple times in that fight with punches as well as knees, as well as spinning back kicks. So, yeah, I think he's more of a 155er these days. And also, on top of that, I think he's a much better fighter. Now, he could be a bit washed, right, Max Holloway, but I think his skill set is way deeper. If you go back and watch the Calvin Kattar fight, if you go back and watch the Alexander Volkanovski fights, which were all after Dustin Poirer, you see that he's added striking into his toolbox. He's added different variety of strikes. He fights smarter a little bit now, more on the outside, a little bit more technical. And I think overall he's a better striker than Dustin. I just feel like he's at a power disadvantage still, obviously, at this stage of his career. But I wouldn't put it past Max to actually hurt Dustin, because he didn't really hurt Dustin. He just hurt him with volume type thing. You know, Dustin was getting tired. But I think Max could actually hurt Dustin now, being that he's got better striking than he did in their first fight, and being that he's a true lightweight now, or at least more of a lightweight, and being that Dustin got knocked out by a head kick not too long ago, was getting rocked by Islam Makhachev, is in his retirement fight. Like, he's more likely to get knocked out now than 2020, right? So all of those reasons, I give Max a little bit of an advantage here. I don't know if I can lay minus 130 though. So yeah, that's how I see the fight playing out. Max Holloway submission is a crazy take, but Max Holloway submission, you know, he locked in a dash choke at the end of round 4. And man, who knows? He could do it again. I bet that against Gaethje and late round props, 100-1 on round 4 and round 5 submission. So, you know, I feel like he could have done it if he had it. And yeah, that's how I see the fight, man. What do you reckon, Zah?
Bro, pretty similar to you. Like, I have all in these notes, like the same shit as you with like the last fight, and like the body to me is so much different. Like, he's kind of soft. Like he took that on short notice, by the way. Like I feel like you guys know that, but I'm just making that clear. He took that on a couple weeks notice. Like you're moving up a weight class against fucking Poirier on a couple weeks notice. Like that's why he looked fucking kind of chubby. And against Gaethje, bro, his legs were like thick. He's like lower body fat. Like he looked just as big as Gaethje, if not bigger. Like he's a big dude, and he's built for the weight class now. And like you said, he's not going to fight Dustin the same way he did in that first fight. Like he's going to be way more on the outside. Like look how he fought Gaethje, bro. He fucking schooled him. Like he's going to be on the outside. He's way more versatile with his strikes now. Bunch of kicks. Like he's way more athletic and like dynamic than Poirier and than he was back then. So yeah. And Poirier, when he didn't like the pressure late in that second fight, he was shooting takedowns. He shot takedowns, I think, in 3 different rounds, like multiple shots. Max was attacking the neck every time. Obviously, it's a super hot take, but yeah, Dustin could not like the pressure and shoot takedowns, or he could get hurt and shoot takedowns. And Max, we see Max is like obviously defending the shot, but he's going for the neck every time, and the sub is plus 2,000. I'm not predicting it. Like Max Holloway is going to submit Poirier, but I feel like it is a crazy number. And I'm picking Max to win. I think it's around, 60-40 Max. In the last fight, he was 27 and, moving up a weight class on short notice. So the age and like the weight stuff is not on his side. And this time he's 33, still like at the end of his prime, arguably. And Poirier's in his retirement fight. And Max is like fully built for the weight class now. So I feel like if he had a cardio and pace, advantage in the first fight, it's going to be the same, if not more now, because of, he's ready for the weight class, the age thing. So I feel like the late props for Max are nice. The sub is nice. And yeah, I think he's 60% to win, but I'm not super confident. So I haven't bet it yet, but I'm picking Max.
Yeah. JB?
Shine bright like a diamond. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I just think that song's dope, bro. You know he's walking out with Lil Wayne too, bro.
Yo,
you really want to be on
Dana's allowing rapper walkouts now?
Do you really want to be on the other side of a guy who is walking out with Lil Wayne in New Orleans? Just think about that. And like, look, at the end of the day, we could say, Max is filled in the frame, but he's coming off a bad knockout loss, and now he's trying to come back up to 55. Maybe he's put on the weight, but Dustin's the more natural 55er, we could say, right? And I think the main difference in this fight is, and I want to see it, in the first round, is this guy gonna, throw kicks? Because I think he's gonna. Max Holloway has been throwing kicks a lot more since their first fight. He mixes in the teeps, the spinning back kick versus Gaethje. He was able to compete with Yair on the outside and mix in grappling there too. And like, I just think that if he's not throwing kicks here, he's going to be, especially the teeps up the middle, to stop the pressure from Dustin Poirier. Because we saw in the second fight with Dustin Poirier, when he had success was when he was going downhill, and when he let the pressure starts to mount, and Max Holloway meets somebody that he can't start pressuring and getting his shots off. So I think he's gotten a lot smarter since that first fight, like you said, which was on short notice. If he uses the kicks, I think he's going to win this fight. If not, and I have no reason to think he's not going to use the kicks, right? If Dustin's not able to stifle that, I think Dustin loses the fight. If he's, if it's just boxing, I favor Dustin. I think he's a little bit crisper. I favor him in the power edge. I know he go all fives, and we could say he's at the end of his career, but I do think the guy's well prepared at ATT, training with our guy Chris Duncan, no less. Maybe the diamond pulls off the guillotine for one last ride, but I don't hate the dark stroke, bro. I do think that's a solid read. I know it sounds crazy as hell, but he went for it. He has a chance.
Yeah.
Dustin shoots. I could see it.
And Dustin, his last decision loss was 2013 against Cub. He has been finished in all of his losses since then. But yeah, I definitely don't think Poirier is super cooked and washed. He's been looking okay. But I just think the retirement fight is just not good vibes, because he knows he's not fighting for anything after this, like he is fighting for, hometown shit, but like it cannot be.
It should mean more for Holloway, right? But I mean, if he loses this fight, as long as he doesn't get finished, like he'll always have the respect. But it's still like for his career and everything, like he kind of needs the win, right? Whereas Dustin, you could say like it doesn't matter, but also I could say he's walking out with Little Wayne, and that might just cancel that out. No, I'm just playing.
I know you're fucking around, but like I don't think the retirement can be a positive. It just can't. Like that's how I look at it. And
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great fight, man. Honestly,
I'm so hyped. I want to see that Lil Wayne.
That's gonna be dope, bro. Like he might not perform, but maybe he just walks out with him. You know what I'm saying? And it's in New Orleans, bro. Like, give it up for the man DP because he had an excellent career. Like, say what you want about the guy, I do think he's a sore winner, sore loser. But like, I also think the guy's donated a lot of fucking money to good causes. People want to focus on the negative aspect, but when you're in there, you can't. I'll never know what these guys are feeling in the moment, and it's like, it's the fight game at the end of the day. Like we could say Allen and fucking Vettori are idiots. I think they're both stupid as fuck, but now it's the fight game, and that's what I love about Dana White. He makes the fights people want to see, right? Like we'll get to see that grudge match. This is a fucking excellent trilogy, and talk all the shit you want on this pay-per-view. I think it's gonna be a fun one, and I think we're gonna make a lot of fucking money, bro. Make some parlays, bro. Shout out my guy Slick Montana in the chat. Shout out to the show. First time tuning in. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Much love.
Sure. Nice. Oh, man. Slick Montana love. Yeah, this is a great fight. Max Dustin doesn't go. You guys like that at all?
I mean, I don't want to sweat.
I like Max ITD. I like Max ITD at plus 300. I think it was. I saw.
Yeah, it's over. Maybe it moved.
We ain't getting no plus of thousands like against Gaethje.
Hey, but round 3, 4, 5.
Oh my god, that was the spot of the lifetime, bro.
Would you want to go?
Craziest line we've ever heard of, bro.
Would you want lucky 3, 4, 5 on the max props?
I put 3, 4, 5 sub. It was 4,000 on this one, bro. And I'm just gonna take them straight up, also, because I feel like obviously knockouts way more live.
Just the rounds. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Okay. Yeah, write them down or whatever, and then we could.
Do you have that line? I have the max sub line because I already bet it.
Oh yeah, we can't parlay it, but
yeah, I just want to write it down. I bet the round 3 or 4, it was like plus 950. I feel like that's pretty nice too.
Let's get it, boys.
You want to put the under? I don't hate it, bro. 125.
My man
Rude. Just add it. Okay.
Shout out to my guy RG too. My guy RG. He just sent me my guy RG. He just sent me a big spliff that he's smoking right now watching Parlay Madness. Shout out to RG.
Legendary member of the lucrative group chat, coming through with the pack every single week. If you know RG, you know, and he knows his submissions as well. RG been cashing those submissions consistently in the group chat. So shout out to my guy.
Sure. All right, you guys ready? Who wants to go first?
Sounds like mine. Is that 3, 4, 5? No, just 3, 4.
I don't have that. I'll look up that line though.
That's cool. Don't sweat it. Yeah, let's make parlays, bro. Who's gonna go? Let's see Czar. Let's see Czar go first, man. I like Parlay Pro.
I'm already eyeing some up. I'm definitely going Zellhuber ITD.
Bang.
Vettori KO. Let's see. Judice KO. Fuck. Staring at me. Oh, I like this. I might go violence. I like this one. Where's Crute at? Like this. And then I gotta spice it up. Let's go with should I go Judice KO? What do you guys think?
Between what? Is there another one you're looking at? Or
Ige KO? I mean,
I would say Ige KO personally, just because it's like women's MMA.
Fuck it.
I'll take Judice in a mad one. So
okay, bet.
I bet.
So yeah, go Ige.
So maybe go Ige, yeah. Like what? Basically, whatever one you take, I'll take another one. So whatever.
Cool. I feel like this one will be a little juicy. Let's see.
Yeah, that Hugo's gonna.
He's gonna juice it up.
You're gonna juice it up.
All right, 1156.
Something light. A plus 1,000 for the show. Something light.
Yeah. Let me see. Pro do. All right. Who's up next?
I'll take it.
Yes. Thanks, Jorik, for the donation, brother. I will be betting PFL. I'll send out bets after I do this live stream to everyone on my VIP. So yeah.
The man Jorik, legend.
Jorik,
for me, if you don't mind. I'll go. Let me see your parlay again, G, just so I don't copy. All right, I'll go Holland ITD, just like fight ends or whatever it was.
Yep.
And then I'll go Brzeski decision.
Respect.
Ha.
Respect. That's gonna be juiced.
That's mad, bro. Hey, if it goes into round 2, we lit.
No, literally one round, bro, and you're super live.
I mean, just saying.
All right.
All right.
Can I go Judice KO? And Holland KO. It's not there, but you just get
Yeah, we didn't write it down.
I'll look.
Hey, I like that one, bro. I say we just do like one more.
Parlays. Should we do one where we all do one, or just 3 and done?
Luju Purdue.
There's too many legs. We need to use them, bro.
Purdue.
We actually did a good job of like finding legs, and we're not going to use them.
I might make a couple if you guys don't mind.
I'll go. Let's do Luju Purdue first.
Yeah.
I like that one. That's a good idea. I don't know if we've hit one of those yet.
No.
We got to do those every week.
They're all like plus 2,000.
Yeah. Why not? Why not us? I'll go Zellhuber sub plus 470.
I was going to go Zellhuber ITD. I love that play.
Yeah, we're going.
Sub play. All right.
I'll go with Dulatov sub.
Have we even played Crute at all?
I have Crute doesn't go, but when you took Zellhuber, I was probably gonna go. I'm gonna go Crute. I don't want to go Crute ITD and it's minus 130 when you guys are at plus 300 and shit.
I mean, it's still gonna be juiced, bro.
If you like it, I mean, it's already gonna be crazy line.
True. You guys did I'll be the pussy. I'll be the pussy.
It should be minus 100, bro. Or plus 100. I said minus. It should be minus 300.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Sheesh.
Look.
Chat. W in the chat.
2 front chokes, and then Crute just subs him with a fucking Kimura, and we left
All
the
right.
bank.
All right, let me add a Crute ITD. And then can I see?
Yep.
Valentin under. Goatier under. Goatier round 1.
Instead.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
And then Holland doesn't go. We just leave that.
Like it.
I want one lock, you know.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, that's all good for me.
Bet.
Is there any other legs we didn't use? We didn't use anything from the Phillips and stuff, or the mat.
And, let's just go Max.
I really like those, but I don't want to put a plus 800 in a lay unless I'm, the man Jew, the JB special 1200.
That was fun.
We should do one of the dozen goes, like Max Dustin, Kopilov Costa, or Phillips Oliveira. Like we should put 2 of those in a parlay, I reckon.
Violence? Should we just go all the ones we have written down?
under one, like everything violence, bro. Just Crute Prachnio doesn't go.
I remember that one card, that one Jamal Hill card. Every single fight finished, bro. It was one of those Apex fucking cards.
All right, I want to do another one. Phillips Oliveira doesn't go.
Okay.
And Max Dustin doesn't go.
Bet.
Blue 3 is wild.
Blue 3 is wild.
Feeling it, boys. I got a max bet on this card. I'm feeling it.
A max bet on max bet.
A max bet or a maximum bet?
It's a max bet on max.
30.
Woo! Nah. Maybe not.
It's not that. It's not that.
I just want some locks. I'm sorry about the price, boys.
No, I mean, plus 500, dude. It's so weak, dude. Like that's not bad at all.
It's embarrassing, I know, but you know.
Hey, good luck, everyone, man. I hope we cash some big parlays.
Hope so.
Much love, bro. That was fun.
Shout out to everyone in the chat. 1,336 live viewers. Appreciate everyone. UFC 218, 318, massive card. I can't wait for it, man. So, yeah, let's cash these fucking bets, these parlays. There's a lot of parlays. Make sure you're screenshotting the screen right now.
Yep, screenshot. Ready? These
There's
little
a hell of
ways.
a parlays. Here we go. Screenshots. Screenshots. Screenshots.
Someone got mad at Prado one week. I don't know if you saw it, but he's like, "You need to slow down.
Yeah.
How dare you?"
You know this thing? It's called pause. Have you ever heard of it?
Or like half speed on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, you literally press the button.
There's a button called pause, bro.
Yeah. And then just the bets one more time.
Yeah. Wow. So many bets.
We're giving out a bunch of love, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at all of that.
You get the
Wow.
full slate, bro, for free?
Amazing. Come on, guys.
I won't bet all of them, but you could,
Yeah.
you know.
We're just writing down, some numbers we thought were juicy. It's all good. We're not betting every
It's not always just about the bets, too. It's about how you bet them, right? It's a long-term process. Everybody has their own, strategy, and it's
Sure.
that matters too, right? It's not just the bets, because you could have all the winning info, and if you don't bet it the right way, you're gonna lose long term. So,
Yep. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah. Good luck. Let's effing cash.
feeling
Love
it.
to everyone in the chat.
Hella energy.
Peace out, boys.